Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me say hello to everybody. Kolya, hello. Teresa Scalora, hello. George Pearson, great to see you. Tony, welcome in. Renter's in the house. Fred O'Malley is in the house. Blake the Hooper in the house as well. Zippity Doo Doug, good to see you, sir. Welcome in. Locked on Milwaukee Brewers is here. Ross and Found is in the house. Roger Shue, Daniel Barry, Stanley Sox, hello. Quilek, welcome in. Jen Lily's mom is here. Welcome in. Pumpkin Shelby, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here, ready for some fun. Should be a really good game. Oh, Carrie's on. Yes, sir. Sunday night. What's up, Cakes? Back to us in the studio from Ross. That's a good thing.
45-degree blustery November night in beautiful
45 degrees in the city of brotherly love. Philly minus 2.5, total of 46.5. Our screen will change at the start of the game. Got to wait for the start of the game to get a change.
Ready to match up with Jared Goff and the 6-3 Detroit Lions.
6-3 Lions.
Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico.
This is going to be a battle. I agree. Stacky, hello. Welcome in. Great to see you.
It's a good one.
Stacky says, go Birds.
Couple of years. They're in terrific position right now. But it's Philly. There's a little noise around the offense. We'll get to that as the game goes on. Tell the folks, where is this team in terms of trying to make a repeat run for the Super Bowl?
Well, I think as they get closer to the playoffs, you're going to see them run Jalen Hurts a little bit more. But on defense, they are so much better.
That place is green and loud right now. Green and loud. Eli, how you doing, buddy? Eli says, go Lions. Good to see you, buddy.
Like an inside straight.
On the other side for the Lions was magical last year in the regular season.
Love it, love it, love it. Welcome in, friends.
They have injuries again, 5 starters out tonight. So what is the equation to win on the road at the Champs Place tonight?
Well, let's talk about the conditions out here tonight. The wind is crazy, so whoever can run the ball.
Wind is nuts.
And think about that matchup. We've got Jahmyr Gibbs, who's one of the most exciting players in the league, going up against Saquon Barkley.
Doug's listing the inactives currently up there, dropping in all the stats. He'll be here till halftime. Then Debbie will probably be in here taking it over. I'd imagine.
That changes tonight. It's the Lions. Philadelphia take on the Eagles. It's a matchup made for
Saquon Barkley, Jalen Carter. It's going to be crazy. A.J. Brown taking on the Lions. Mr. Thibodeau. Hello, sir. Welcome in.
Welcome to more in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. And by Untuck It. Find the perfect fit at untuckit.com.
Untuck It. Alex Campbell, welcome in from Idaho. Good to see you here.
Well, hang on, Parker. What are you doing? Is it the capability to tackle absurd obstacles?
How practical.
Or is it about how many lovable...
33 likes on the board. That's the key. Come in, say hello, hit a like. Make sure you're subbed. Those are your 3-point checklists for the Pete McDivitt Show. Hit a like, say hello, double check you're still subbed. That's the key. That's the triangle of perfection. John Corndog, hello. Welcome in, sir. A.J. Brown was vocal about the offensive play. Too safe. Calling it, really? Well, it wouldn't surprise me. He's usually been a very outspoken player through his time. I guess that wouldn't surprise me, right?
Ask your gastroenterologist.
We'll see if it makes a difference. Well, pants are optional always. Pants are optional. Blake says, "Go Eagles, beat the Lions." Blake's a new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Blake. Joshua Thompson, how you been? Long time no see. Super busy with college. Dude, keep killing it. Keep doing well in college. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you, Joshua.
Hold it up higher. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival. Because you know there's value in making space for your people. You are a fighter, and this is your
We are minutes away from getting started here. Minutes away from getting started. Ghost Host, Jason, how are you, sir? Congratulations on your nomination, Ross and Found, and everybody else in here that received that.
Get hungry, get game day deals all season on Uber Eats. Order now in time for kickoff.
Doing really good. Good to hear you're doing well in college. That's important. I think Jalen is too safe with the football, Ross says. Jack Kester, welcome in. He says, "Go Eagles." Good to see you, Jack. Y'all keep hitting that like. Our thumbs down guy came in already. Thank you, thumbs down guy, for being a little more on time. We got one mental giant that likes to come into every stream and give us a dislike. Congratulations. Thank you for the impression that helps us grow the algorithm. We appreciate you. I would find better things in life. If I had a channel I didn't like, I'd just delete them and move on. 6-3 versus 6-3. This is going to be a good one. Or 6-3 versus 7-2, I should say.
Saquon, big win last week in Green Bay, but the offense was held to just 10 points.
Melissa Stark is all covered up tonight.
Continue to trust each other, trust the system, and make plays when it's time to make plays. We have great players, we have great coaches, and just keep believing in each other.
Last season, you rushed for over 2,000 yards. This season, you said
You're a Steeler fan also. Cool.
done.
From Pennsylvania. All good. All friends are welcome here. All fans are welcome here.
When opportunity come, burn them for it. But it's not about that. We're just focused on winning football games and doing whatever it takes to win.
And tonight, a huge NFC matchup. The Lions have said they're looking at this game like a measuring stick to see who they are as a team. How are you guys looking at it?
We kind of operate like that, but we understand how big of a game it is and the atmosphere is right now. Kind of feel like a playoff atmosphere. And we heard the talks they had all season last year and this week. So it's going to be a big game. We're excited for it.
This is going to be a great game. I hope. That's what we're hoping for, at least.
Campbell and Nick Sirianni both came into the league as head coaches in these jobs in the same year. And they're the only two left from that hiring class. There's the story for each of them. Eagles, the division leader, comfortably. The Lions, a half game behind those Bears, who keep finding ways to win in the NFC.
There's Monday night.
The story tonight is the wind, the weather. It's 45. It feels like 36. But that open end of the stadium to the left as you watch the game, left to right.
45 degrees. Feels like 36. Heavy wind.
Look like pregame. Jake Bates. Jake Elliott. And they made some, but it is going to be an adventure.
I'll take one of those things I get.
Also, catching punts is going to be a huge problem. Just to add to the football playoff feel here tonight in Philly.
All right, we got to go through a commercial. Nothing I can do. As soon as the commercial's done, we'll get the field and we'll be ready to rock. Detroit, kick it off to the Eagles. Boom, here it goes.
From South Philadelphia. To the end zone, touchback.
Touchback. I got to get a new screen on here real quick. Let me go get it. Richard, hello, good morning. Go Birds, he says.
Dallas Goddard, South Dakota State.
Where's my football broadcast screen? I got to find it.
Cam Jurgens, Nebraska. Tyler Steen, Alabama. Wayne Johnson, Oklahoma.
There it is.
Cam Jurgens, he's back in. They missed the last couple of games for the opening night starters.
Where's the one for Sunday night? There it is.
That's one of the good matchups within the matchup tonight. Both of these offensive lines over the last couple of years stake the claim to as good as there is in the league. Hurts in the bird, starting at 135. It's a fake to Saquon right away, and a throw off the sideline.
Off the sideline to Smith, incomplete. Curtis family, hello. Good to see you. Fittibato, hello.
Throw coming. The Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. Number Smith, very good. 16 touchdowns, 1 pick this season. Add in the rushing touchdowns, so you get to that total in the bottom left, 21. That's tied for third most in the NFL.
How do I get rid of this?
2 plays, 2 pass attempts. This one's dropped.
That's dropped.
Can hold on. And it's third down coming up. Play callers tonight, Chris. It's Kelvin Shepard on one side for the Lions, and Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia. Patullo was a coach in Buffalo when Shepard played for the Bills. He was a linebacker.
And both true to form already. The Eagles came out with 6 offensive linemen on that first play. The Lions came out with their man-to-man coverage, and so far they've gotten away with it. Nobody's changing their style of football coming into this one.
Defensive back.
Second down and 10. Or sorry, third down and 10. Third down and 10. Bruce, welcome in. Look at his throw. Hurts. Down the field he goes. Caught. A.J. Brown on the catch.
I would say everybody in Philadelphia needed that one. Maybe A.J. Brown more than anybody else. He just had a bit of a rough week. A lot of talk about some things that he did, social media and phrases that he had about this football team. But you come out and catch the first one, pick up a first down, nobody cares.
When there's noise about a receiver getting the ball, he's probably going to get targeted early
on.
Just kind of settle it.
Gonna throw. Hurts gonna run with it. Throws on the run down the field. Got a man. Caught. Incomplete. That's changed. Incomplete. Marky Do. Hello.
Right to the official and passed the ball off. But as I said, there's a flag down. Alex Kemp's our referee. Holding offense number 65. It's a 10-yard
holding on the offense.
Super matchup tonight, Chris. Lane Johnson and Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, just play the Rocky theme all night long because we have 2 of the absolute best champions at their respective position. Lane Johnson, probably the best pass blocking tackle that we've had in football in the last.
Let me take this down for 1 second here.
Round 1, I guess.
Bear with me for 1 change, 1 second.
Because that won't be the matchup all night, right? Hutchinson will bounce.
Where's my?
And he just flipped over this time. Jordan Mailata on the other side, a fantastic.
There's my set.
Probably known more for his run blocking and an excellent pass blocker as well.
Tate Bigsby is in running back, spelling Barkley here. Here it's the 41 against the Detroit.
Why do I have a thing there? Hold on. They're doing over the rosters right now. Let me go back and get in. I forgot I got to take that piece out.
Jared Campbell, Iowa.
Number 8.
Louisiana Tech, Brian Branch, Alabama. Thomas Harper, Knoxville, Tennessee. Brock Yassin, Tucker.
Both starting corners out. All-pro safety Kirby Joseph out, to the Lions without 3/4 of their starting DBs here tonight.
Second and 15, going to throw incomplete.
On the same page, Rock Yassin was the man in coverage. Say Temple tough in his intros. His college ball here in Philly.
Well, they're playing
almost done.
on the line of scrimmage, and that's given
Trying to clean up that set so you can see the full screen.
a free path. And Hurts knew it. There was nobody to block him out there, so credit to Detroit Lions and what they've been able to do with Kelvin Shepard to design that so you get your best player unlocked.
There we go. That's better. There you go. Now we're cooking on candy. Shelby, welcome in. Bruce, Marky Do, Ross, Jen, Cakes, good to see you. Hurts has got all day to throw it. Finalizing a 5-year contract. Wow.
After one first down, Philadelphia will kick it away.
All right, after one set of first downs, they're going to kick it away.
Yes, they're going to play some man coverage.
We've got our set up the way we want now.
That when a man comes into the general area, you're going to stick on him, and you could tell that time Jalen Hurts, even though he was able to hold the ball for probably 4 seconds, just nowhere to throw the football. So big win on this opening drive for the Lions defense.
Raven man to kick it. Believes Raven back deep. Maybe something again. Be an issue for the return man tonight. Raven has space.
There we go. There's the return. Nothing there. Preston's home, everybody. All right. How was work?
Tonight was slow.
Tonight was slow?
Maybe yesterday.
Okay.
You love to travel.
From the Dominicana, Wilkins Martinez. Hello, Wilkins. Welcome in. Hello to everyone tonight.
Double miles on everything you buy.
Welcome in. How is producer Preston doing? He's still playing baseball. Oh, my God. Let me go fix that. I'll give you some help, mods. Good Lord. Yeah, still playing college baseball. They're off right now for the winter. Doing some lifting and all that kind of good stuff. Let me go fix that garbage.
It's the classic $5 box. The indulgence.
Do we have any fruit punch or anything in there? Just keep it for now. I'll take care of this when you do it next time. Can you just see if there's some fruit punch or something?
Chevy trucks.
What time do you have things going tomorrow? Huh? You're doing what in the morning?
Chevy Colorado.
Okay. We have a little time somewhere to do something? Like a half hour, 45 minutes or somewhere along the way?
Uncompromising Chevy.
Some outdoor stuff. I want to start working on that because if not, we're never going to get it done. It's going to all of a sudden be after Thanksgiving, going to Christmas, we'll have no decorations up.
Together, let's drive.
So I got this.
What you tell me?
We'll set 3:15, so I probably need to leave here by.
His words.
Okay. You tell me your schedule. I'm free tomorrow. Huh? 11, whatever time. You tell me. Okay. I'll work with Amber in the morning before that. Bill Pond, good to see you.
Only first and true. Check out T-Mobile and experience what it means to have America's best network.
All right, let's get this up here.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival, because you know there's value.
All right, we are caught up.
You are a fighter. This is your reward. Endeavor, the mark of a fighter.
Got to do that to prevent all the trolls. Screen looks good. Everything looks good. All right, we're good now. Debbie Bernfeld, hello. Brian Tucker, hello. Welcome in.
Speaking of fighters, those 72 stone steps.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
The Rocky Steps, as everybody knows them. Game day tradition for some of us. Every game in Philadelphia, make sure you go steps that up.
1st and 10, Lions.
Go, Chris. Lions starting the 14 with Jared Goff.
Play action. Going to throw. Underneath. Caught. Ahmad St. Brown.
Here's the rest of the Lions offense.
Jared Goff, Al, Junior Gibbs, Alabama,
Jameson Wade,
Amon Ross St. Brown, USC,
Bobby Freeman, Holden Cross, Brock Wright, Notre Dame. Taylor Deckard, the Harry Alashika, Buffalo, Graham Nebraska, Michigan, Henry Ravage, Georgia, Nashville, Oregon. 546 yards, 44 points.
2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2.
They're second to the Colts in scoring this year.
Going to throw. Dumps it underneath. Caught. Gibbs on the catch and a 1st down. Detroit.
Yard line. Jared Goff opens this one 2 for 2. It's his 75th start with the Lions. Leads the NFL in completion percentage this far this year, and just the 3 interceptions.
Goff has been playing well.
Percentage stays very high.
Theo, hello, buddy. Welcome in.
And even in the win, ask those coaches.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Incomplete. Intercepted. Intercepted on a tip. Phillies running it in. They're going to be stopped at the 11. 1st and goal, almost, Philadelphia, after the return. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Philadelphia ball.
Defensive tackles inside so good, and they know that if they're getting blocked and that ball's coming out quickly, they are going to get those mitts up in the air, times it just right. It's put on his back for it.
That was a nice play.
Way to open this game for Philadelphia. Those two guys inside are just key. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, two of the best. And
DeJean is the intercepting Eagle.
DeJean's interception, his first in the regular season. Of course, he had the huge INT in the Super Bowl. And the Eagles have it at the 11-yard line. Saquon Barkley, shotgun, right next to Jalen Hurts.
Dumps it underneath. A.J. Brown gets hit right away. Got maybe a yard.
That's
all we have. Just give me a cup of ice, and I'll just put this warm Coke in there. Thank you.
And the Eagles' offense in the red zone has been very, very good, and we all know why. They've got tremendous players. But that Thomas Harper, he wants to be aggressive. He wants to play like Herbie Joseph before he got hurt. Sometimes you got to be a little careful, though.
Handoff, off tackle, short run.
As the Lions defense steps up here,
Barkley doesn't get anything.
McNeil, all there for the stop. Third and long coming up.
Third and long coming up. They can get a first down inside the one.
Early in games and moments like this, you catch a big break, you get the interception, you get the ball down inside the 10-yard line, and now you've got third down and 9 to get to the goal line.
Jordan Davis is having a great season. Amber wants to get the Christmas things down tomorrow, too. We can put that in with our time. Because that should only take, 10 minutes? If we do that, and we can do just a couple, short dump, no good. Maybe just do the 2 items over that we're going to put in the flower bed. Maybe get those done and just get the courts done tomorrow. Just do something a little bit. And I'll get Amber to help me, too.
All day Wednesday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We all
Good.
do stuff Sunday morning. My buddy's not done too.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't play a game till 1, but so you don't work Wednesday.
I work all day Wednesday.
What about tomorrow, Tuesday?
Tuesday I have school, and then
talked about all the wins.
Okay, maybe.
Done at 12, so 12:40.
Okay, we try to fit a half hour, 40 minutes in along the way. It's just what we got to do. 3 kick is up and it's good. It's 3-0 Eagles. That's actually a win for Detroit, considering they gave up the ball 1st and 10 at the 11, and they held them. That's kind of a win for them on that front. It really is. Anybody new in here for the first time tonight, say hello. We'd love to welcome you in. Love to welcome you in.
The funk is why your sister is our favorite.
Mama knows best. Order now with the Walmart app and get it as soon as the final whistle with Walmart.
I wonder how much money they're getting for doing those commercials.
Once Mindy heard about Walmart's Black Friday deals,
Walmart Black Friday deals have started all over. Everybody's hitting it up now. Trying to beat everybody else to Black Friday. It's now like Black Month. It's not even a Friday anymore. It's a month.
Judy and Pedro, they just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravity.
That's crazy.
And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work?
Yeah, it definitely could have been worse. Could have been a touchdown. Really should have been a touchdown, to be honest with you.
Ownership is that there's a lot to learn.
So it's good defensive stand.
Just ask Google.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast. Dunkin'.
All right, coming back here, it's going to be Detroit ball for their second time.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the Chevy Silverado.
Chevy Silverado.
The Chevy Silverado HD.
Where is it?
And the Chevy Silverado EV.
In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard. It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Plus, Costco executive members can get a 1215 member.
Chiefs are 5-5, yeah.
Appreciation week, so I'm going big. Oh, just got a free weekend at that water park.
Party, freaking party. You brought a squirt gun? No, I brought 2 squirt guns. St. Dennis Medical, followed by the paper.
Ross says, I'll take the points.
Bradley Cooper, Gigi Hadid, sitting with the Eagles owner there, Jeffrey Lurie, wife Tina. You see them and the rest of the league. And tonight's 4K Skycap coverage delivered by Walt.
All right, here comes the kick. Philly kick it off to the Lions. 3-0 game.
Third of a century owning this Eagles franchise. The Boston kid, who not only made good, he's made great. What a franchise this is. All success.
At the 10, 15, 20. Tackled at the 20. He got hammered.
20-yard lines. The Eagles
Right at the 20.
Cameron Lotzie, that one. Here's the Philly defense. You know when it smells George.
They're going over the Philly defense real quick.
Jordan Davis, Mallory High School. Jalen Phillips, Reynolds, California. Jack Vaughn, Wisconsin. Kobe Dean, University of Georgia. Quayon Mitchell, Wilson, Florida. Cooper DeJean, Iowa. Reed Blankenship, Middle Tennessee State. Andrew Mukuba, Texas. Theodore Jackson, USC. Coming off the best
Under center, single back set.
It's Green Bay on Monday night.
Handoff around the tackle. Gibbs goes nowhere. He might have lost a yard.
Gibbs brings it down for a loss of a yard.
Second down and 11.
Big tackles up front, and when anytime they're seeing double teams on those guys, these linebackers are going to shoot through here and make plays just like this. You can't double team every time. The minute those linebackers see it, they're going to shoot the gap and make plays.
Second and 11. Second and 11.
Sam Laporta, their terrific tight end on injured reserve in the back injury.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. He's going down. Flags along the way. They might get Carter on a trip. Nope, holding. Penalties declined. Third down and long.
Big impact he is making already.
Third down.
Watch the little hesitation move and then blitz on top of it. Looked like he was going to kind of.
Dude just ran over his man. Holy cow. Third and 16. Third and 16.
Now the Lions will face third and 16.
Shotgun, go to throw. Pressure coming across the middle. Incomplete. St. Brown wasn't even looking for the ball. Lions go 3 and out.
Defense is hurt from it.
Yeah, and we all know about Dan Campbell calling the plays. A little tougher time of it this time around. They had Washington a week ago, and not the defense that they have here in Philadelphia. They're feeling the difference already.
Steve Browning, hello. I didn't see as much of the Ravens game today, Steve. I just saw the final. Here's the punt. All the way down. It's going to be stopped at the 30, and there's a flag. Dropped at the 30. There's a flag, though.
Ball beat the 30 if it ends up there. Well, let's check in with Alex Kemp on the flag. During the kick, holding, receiving team number 54. That penalty being forced at the end of the kick.
Holding. It's going to move it back 10 yards for the start.
65 net yards, flipping the field. Here at Lincoln Financial Field.
Lincoln Financial Field, right there off of 95. Right off 95. Literally right off 95. Glad you guys are here hanging out with us tonight. We are going to have a good time here. I'll leave this right here for later. I'll probably need that.
At the Farmer's Dog, our fresh food plans keep dogs moving and shaking. Get 50% off your first box only at thefarmersdog.com. Score the best deals at Dick's.
Very cool. Very cool.
From Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. Deals on Nike and Adidas shoes and up to 40% off.
Glad they got the win. That's the main thing. They didn't deserve it. They got outplayed for what I saw by Cleveland.
Chevy trucks. Off-road ready. Always dependable. Like the relentless Chevy Silverado. Rugged Chevy.
They got lucky. That's the way I look at it. They got lucky.
And the uncompromising Chevy Silverado EV. With the Chevy Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. At Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, ultra smooth taste, just 29 calories.
Hey, let's get out there.
Stay in the game with Michelob Ultra Zero.
Well, that's good that the defense did that.
When your holiday party goes into OT, you're going to need a big play. Like ordering the triple treat box and using code Pepsi Set Hut to get a 2-liter Pepsi for $2. No rules in this overtime. Simple.
Mr. Jeff Condon, hello, sir. Welcome in. Hopefully here for the duration. Nice.
36 hours later, we had one giant of St. Brown cake.
We do anything for our kids. I took my son from his schools.
Da, da.
Whatever it takes to get my son back.
All her fault.
Feeling the magic? Hold on to your hats. Wicked is about to reach its epic conclusion. Wicked for Good. The Rated PG is going to fly into theaters this Friday. Notice Boathouse Row, legendary place in Philadelphia with Wicked color theme there. With green.
Check front door, please.
Extra touch. The holding penalty takes it back to the
Pitch. Saquon on the loose. 20, 30. Out of bounds at the 35. Big run. Big run on first down. Big pitch.
Over here, they get the
Yoo-hoo! Welcome in.
block on the outside over there. It is just a bit of, if you're seeing this with your eyes, we're going to try and go there. We've seen it early on. They've got big with 6 offensive linemen, and predominantly they've been throwing the ball. So see this, do something else.
Play action. Look at the throw. Hurts. Dumps it off underneath. Got it. Short catch. Second down. Need to change the battery out there. I can't see anything. Oh, okay. Put it on. Put it in there now.
I mean, let's face it, a guy 16.
Yeah, I can't see anything at the front door. I get an error message.
And he seems to be getting better. MVP of the Super Bowl a season ago, but for one fumble in the prior Super Bowl, he might have had 2 of them.
7:10 on the clock. 7:10. 2nd and 4. Gonna throw. Nope. It checks down to a run. Barkley short gain about 3. Third down and 1 coming up. Third down and 1.
Player of the year a year ago. Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards. He's in.
Thank you. I'd like to be able to see, you know.
The lower numbers.
I want to put a little light out there on the Mickey and Minnie once we get the Minnie.
Territory for Philadelphia.
I think we can zip tie it to the railing or something. Third down and 1. 3rd and 1. Straight ahead. Barkley. Nope. Didn't get it. Detroit held. They actually lost yardage. Wow.
Here's the key play right here is that got stuffed back. They tried to go with the double team, and he just absolutely held his ground in there against Landon Dickerson, who's one of the more powerful guards in the league. That
Wow.
makes the difference in that play right there. Fantastic, though.
That was something. Here comes the kick.
3rd and 1. The Eagles didn't pick it up. They got knocked back a yard. Great man kicks.
Collected at the 10. Gonna get hit right away and go down. Philly's all over that.
Ringo shuts it down. The long field for Goff and the Lions.
Oh, a gift list. Gift guide. Who's on it? My sister, dog walker, my best friend, my college roommate, pretty much everyone. Well, we don't have something for everyone, but we do have something for all your someones. Like
Yeah, that was a nice play, Bill.
best coffee shop could be their kitchen.
Real nice play.
Or someone who deserves cashmere that's as warm as they are. Those colors. Yeah. And someone who makes time for you. I think you're onto something. Oh, it's nothing.
Before you are Arby's new steak nuggets. It is a perfect piece
Special teams can win and lose your games.
into nuggets. How has no one done this before? Arby's, we have the meat.
AJ Brown is a football star, but he also has Geico like a regular person. So we had one translate.
Imagine it. Manifested, and then boom. He saw one of those Geico ads online, seized it. He switched to Geico. Because Geico is like me, always open. He means their 24/7 claim support. Always open.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
Come check out the Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug YouTube channel. Start your week right with Coffee Talk. Doug and Scallywag Steve for Disney news and what Disney YouTube creators are live for the day. Need a midweek pick-me-up? Hump Day Hangout is your go-to for hilarious banter, games, and the perfect escape from the workweek blues. And join Monorail Molly, Kelsey Elizabeth, and Doug for Shade Room Runway for the latest styles, fierce looks, and a runway show you won't want to miss. Whether you're looking for a laugh, a dose of inspiration, or just a good time, come check out the coolest YouTube channel out there, Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug.
Hey everyone, this is Tina from Tea Marie's Plays on YouTube. On my channel, you'll find a variety of things from Disney to Harry Potter, crafting, and more. I do live streams every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I love when people pop into the chat because I built my channel on community and I love making friends. So if you want to come hang out and have fun, come to my place. It's all for yours. See you there.
Play calling for the Lions.
All right, coming back in. Yes, Tina Marie's place. Doug and Cinder Alley, great people. Welcome in, O'Connell. Williams around the end. Nice run. Gain of 8. Right, Picklets. It's Picklets. You ask her, she'll tell you.
Yeah, it really was. And James Williams is a guy that they can use in so many different ways. But really, it was impressive for me to see him as the
Sorry, just cleaning up some of this daggone mess here.
and he really took over.
I did not like working in a mess. Hey, Tina, we were just talking about you. Welcome in.
But he was the one that took over and made some big plays.
Handoff up the middle. Montgomery with the run. First down. We were just talking about your channel.
Here for the Eagles, Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson, their star linebacker or star lineman, walking very gingerly to the back. Very gingerly.
A week ago and came back in that game, but apparently it is turned up once again.
On second first down of the night.
Play action, going to throw. Throws it to Montgomery out of the backfield. He's going to have the first down again. Second first down in a row by Detroit.
That's what you said. That's their offense. Run, play action, go.
Not good with Kiflin going to the back.
Came back to replace Ben Johnson, went to the Bears as the offensive coordinator. Still very much involved in the process.
I love Disney very much, Bruce.
I've been doing this my whole life. You know, he did it with John Gruden. He did it with Sean Payton. He goes, I was the primary
First down and 10.
assistant, helping my head coach.
First down and 10. Shotgun formation. Gonna throw underneath. Got a man caught. It's Williams. First down into Philly territory across midfield. Gain of 19 on the play.
So they're going to try and get underneath, and then you wrap.
Doug will be live tomorrow morning with Coffee Talk. Got to check it out. It's your morning, fun drive. Used to talk about that morning crazy animal drive in the morning in the car, listening to the funny jocks talking on the mic. Well, that's what Doug is. He's good on the mic. A lot of fun. Short run up the middle, Montgomery. Music and theme park world. Elliot, welcome in. Don't go fishing there, Elliot. I don't care what anybody told you. You can't go fishing there.
There's a lot to fear on the Detroit Lions.
Don't believe what they told you. You're not allowed to do that.
We have the other part of this is, no Sam Laporta, and so I think they're being a little.
Sam Laporta not playing tonight too, right? He's done for the year, right? He went to IL or something like that. Second and 8. Second and 8.
Second and 8.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Dumps it underneath. Incomplete. Third and 8 coming up. Third and 8.
So Campbell's calling plays. It was a little bit of a giveaway that he was doing it because he had the glasses on for the first time in the Washington game. I said, who gave you the most grief about the glasses?
Third down.
He used to be pretty good. He sent the picture down. It's out everywhere. I said, Piper, what do you want me to do? He said, I've got great eyesight. I can see the year on a quarter from a mile away.
It's chilly there. You're in Florida. It can't be that cold. Handoff up the middle. Montgomery, nothing. He got a yard on that at best. Fourth down coming up. They got to make a choice. 4th and 5. They're on Philly's 40. They can kick a long bomb or they can go for it. They could dump punt. Sometimes you got to take a dump punt. Most likely, knowing this coach, he'll go for it.
Down there. Second round pick, the right guard out of Georgia.
The right guard, Ratledge, is on the ground. They're not going to do anything right yet until they figure that out.
There's hearing about it, and being there with Platinum. There's nothing like feeling the rush of adrenaline up close.
Dun, dun. Welcome to Sunday Night Football, everybody. Glad you're here.
And enjoy the match from here. There's nothing.
Bill says, go for it. Don't even play around.
Being able to say I was there, and there. With exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide.
We will see.
There's nothing like Platinum.
Never changed a tire before? Don't bet. I just wanted to help people by sharing dad advice on TikTok. Throw the big fish over that I'm not a dad to just my own kids, but to the millions of people that just need to hear, you've got this.
How about that 2 for $25? You get one app.
2 for $25. That looks pretty good.
Cheeseburger.
Some good looking food. Never looks that good when you get to Applebee's.
Smart kid.
Let me tell you that.
2 for $25. With one app, get 2 entrees.
The win, yeah, I can understand the win.
What's on your plate or on your mind? The UPS store wants to guarantee this holiday season has.
Elliot, we recognized your channel on the Friday night show for going over 1,000.
And more. Wow! Plus, this hour.
It looks like Campbell's calling plays, yeah. It does look that way.
For every Wavy holiday, the UPS store has your back. Visit the upsstore.com/packing to get a 20% off packing coupon today.
The guy sitting next to your girl on the kiss cam. This game has got a lot more interesting.
Yeah, yes.
You ever have the right home coverage? You might have to kiss your savings goodbye.
Gifts so good, my family's gonna think I can read minds, which is a gift in itself. Or a curse.
Shop Kohl's for gifts so perfect, your family will think you read their minds. Get 20% off some of your list at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
That's what it said.
It's NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday on NBC.
Coast to Coast Tuesday on the NBA. I think we're doing an NBA game. I think I'm doing an NBA game late Tuesday night, I think.
NBC. And it's all streaming on Peacock.
Ratledge came off the field. Walked off. Tristan Colon is out there, and Dan Campbell's offense still out there. Going to go for it here on 4th.
They are going to go for it.
As much as anyone the last few years.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, always your first look going in motion now. These situations against a really good one at Cooper the Chief.
Nothing.
And we got whistles and a flag. They were just faking.
So they will punt it, try to get the free 5 to get to 4th and 1. They do not. And Jack Fox will try to pin the Eagles deep.
Have a great night, Elliot.
A couple of teams this year. Now Philadelphia's primary.
Richard, your standards lineup. Standing lineup is a week late. What are you talking about, Richard? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You get an idea of how far you can hit it from. You also get an idea of how reliable.
Going to be Pats or Broncos in the AFC. Home field could be a decider. Interesting, Bruce. Not a bad call out. Here's the boot. Kicking it. Fair catch at the 15.
So A.J. Brown, we talked about the noise all year. He's got 2 catches, 14 yards. This week he made some comments that made for even more conversation in Philadelphia.
It's not just solely about my situation. I mean, guys, like, obviously I want to win too, you know, and I think if we're really focusing on winning and doing our job, like, we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. It's, at what point we're gonna pick up our slack as an offense that we're so great.
As a receiver, curious how you hear those comments that he made Wednesday after Tuesday. He was on Twitch playing Madden, and he made comments about, hey, if you have me a fantasy, I wouldn't play me. Don't start, right? That he's just not been as productive as he once was.
Handoff. Barkley. Short run, gain of 3, maybe 4.
4 yards for Saquon on that one.
Yeah, I've never heard a wide receiver ever complain about not getting the ball before. But, you know, I think bottom line, it's kind of enough. We've heard it a lot. There was some conversation about the trade deadline, and there's just no reason to do anything.
Well, I'll fix it tomorrow, Richard, when I look at it for Monday Night Football, bud.
About your teammates, say something positive.
Gotcha. I didn't realize that. Thank you.
And when it's constantly coming up again and again, it becomes a distraction to the team, the quarterback, and the head coach.
Must have just been a miss on that team. I thought we updated it all the way through.
Barkley, who is stopped for a loss of a couple, is Lane Johnson, the right tackle, is out. Fred Johnson.
Thought we had that for Thursday, but okay. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that.
Responding here early on as we get towards.
I'm streaming the Cowboys game tomorrow night, Blake.
This has really become just a defensive battle. It's all
End of the first quarter. End of the first quarter.
Whatever, 80 points the first time they played. Not nearly that kind of scoring in this one. I think the win's still a major factor trying to get these offenses in the passing game going.
End of first, 3-0. I thought this would be a high-scoring game. Boy, did I pick that wrong.
Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
I thought this would be a high-scoring game. I really did.
Your hair, your Nana's smile, Granddad's sense of humor, Dad's ear for music, and your mom's work.
I had to explain the taunting penalty. Oh, yeah, different games. You know, it's kind of like cricket and baseball. Similar but different, right? Similar but different.
Progressive contributed over $7 million to help make home buying a reality for me. Visit progressive.com/openthehouse to learn more.
Appreciate everybody watching tonight, being here, part of it. We are 50 subs from 45K. 50 away.
Deals on toys.
Chipping away. We've had a good day with football today. Really good day with football. Had some good days recently with some of our vlogs for Disney, so that's been good. Just keep chipping away at it. It probably is, Bruce, because it's bad here and it's bad in New York, so I'd imagine it's bad there too, along the whole East Coast.
Oh, like when she says she doesn't.
Well, thank you, Richard.
She's all her fries.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get the best deal without needing the most expensive plan.
Good call.
And you know, she loves her selfies.
Who's that?
No clue.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. The most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required. It was my idea.
I'm going to wait till they come out with the iPhone 18. 18 or 19, then I'll get a new phone. Going to wait a little while, get the most out of the phone I have. Oh no, did my thing freeze up again here?
Helps keep your purchases safe.
Come on.
Scammers. It's like they're the
Get both of them moved up here.
with new music. Jay Khaled and the cast of Wicked.
Richard, I appreciate it. We're just glad everybody does it once.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. That is the Philadelphia Mint, built in 1792, first national mint in the U.S. Making money, and right there this week on Wednesday, they pressed the final penny. But they did take a stop to say
Philadelphia Mint, the oldest one in all of the United States.
the money you're carrying around. Quarter two begins with a third down for the Eagles, backed up in their own 17.
Eagles, 3rd and 8 from their own 17. Pressure coming. Cross the middle, dropped. Smith dropped it.
Has opened 3 of 8 in this one, and Philadelphia will punch it away.
Philadelphia now going to punt it away.
The temptation is when you're playing against the Detroit Lions and they have backup cornerbacks in the game, you want to take your shot throwing the football. But this is a darn good running football team. And in my mind,
a darn good running football team.
Running the ball. It's going to set up Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown, and like you did last year.
There's the punt. Driving him deep back. Collected out of bounds, so he ain't even going to be able to run with it.
Nothing with it. A 44-yard kick. This look at the Lions offense is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Oh, it's USA, the magic of Motown on offense. They've been number 1 on the charts in points scored the last 3 seasons. Over 30 a game. Jameer Gibbs, he's taken that frontman role in this musical act. Not 24 yet, and he scored 41 touchdowns. And that's the record list for TDs.
10.
Randy Moss, Jim Brown's next on the list. Some big names, including Detroit royalty and Barry Sanders. How good Gibbs has been as part of this Lions offense the last 3 years.
Handoff up the middle. Gibbs, gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Melissa, for the 3rd year back.
Yes, Jameer Gibbs told me that breaking Barry Sanders' record would be extra special because Barry was his childhood idol, and he always watched Barry's highlights on YouTube. He said it feels so good just to have his name mentioned in the same sentence. He needs 7 touchdowns to do it. Doesn't turn 24 until March. Has the rest of the season to try, and Barry told me he's wishing him the best of luck and definitely thinks he will do it.
Barry Sanders around the Lions organization a lot. To Cologne remains in there at guard.
Handoff. Gibbs, gain of 2, maybe 3. 3rd down. Dave's Disney Dreams, welcome in.
So what we're getting now are the safeties engaging late, coming down here to get that 8th guy down in the box to support it. Because what you cannot allow the Detroit Lions offense to do is to get that running game going. Once they get that going, all their play action comes off of that.
Handoff. Up the middle, nothing. They got stopped. They're going to have to punt. They're at midfield, 4th and 1, 1.5 now. Neither offense can do anything right now.
On 4th and short. Lions right on the ball here.
I can't see him going here. Nope, he's going. Up the middle, I think they got stopped. They got him by the legs. Turnover on downs. Eagle ball.
What they're waiting for to snap that ball. They had the Eagles
looking
for the right position. Couldn't take advantage of it.
Burrow Jumbo, 3rd year of the Texans. Punch off the edge. Get in there and make the play. The inside guys did their job. Lions short. Eagles ball. Hey, co-pilot. How do I know those names? What sort of
Wow.
Co-pilot, that's a cool mic. What is it? That's the HyperX Quadcast 2S.
I hate writing about myself. Help me turn my portfolio into a bio.
Inspired by her cat Ziggy, Jenna's work is a contrast of sturdy form and wild.
Midfield went for it, didn't get it.
Do you see what I'm highlighting?
That's just nuts. And not some good monkey nuts either. That's just ridiculous nuts. Ow. Ridiculous nuts.
Haven't you heard? I'm a wicked witch of the West.
Rated PG.
That's right. Move like this now. You gotta move it.
You gotta move it.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
That's a great song right there.
We're always searching for new air to breathe. And get lost. Find our way. And choose to get lost again. Wait.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that from that spot.
Toyota truck. Let's go.
Buffalo Wild Wings Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
For two humans, not whatever you are.
I am a burger-loving buffalo with wings.
I've never seen a make and model like you in my entire life.
Oh, I get that a lot. You should see my mom. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
Alex.
Everybody working as a team, Alex.
Alex, I got something.
That's a dangerous offense to give them the ball at home at midfield. You could have punted and pinned them, you know?
Thank you.
I know Dan Campbell likes to go a lot, but there's sometimes where you got to go the other route.
Motor partner of the NFL. Let's go places. And by Royal Caribbean, it's big time. High school playoff action here in LaSalle. It was after 31-16 yesterday. Advanced to the quarterfinals. LaSalle's going to face Easton. That's cool. In the last couple of weeks, that time of the year, your team is still alive. Good luck. It's exciting times for the high school players. So the Lions offense, 4 possessions. Turning over on downs. They punted a couple of times. The deflected pick. They turned into the only
First down and 10. First and 10.
best field position either way tonight. Eagles have it at the Detroit.
Eagles moving left to right on your television screen. Looking down, going deep toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Took a shot, threw it into double coverage, didn't get it.
See, Jalen Carter right here is going to turn around and look around and not be sure of what's going on. He'll end up just standing up, snap the ball. You snap the ball, you double team, you hit it right there, and you got your first down. Instead, your other guard, Kayode Osheka, is crammed back into your running back, and you don't get anything. You have to take advantages of these.
Second down and 10. Second and 10.
Crammed back by good old Brandon Graham. Still going.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming down the sideline. Got a man. Throw it behind him. He had his tight end. Got it, but threw it behind him. Incomplete. Third and 10.
For 21 yards passing. The Eagles are trying to open it up a little bit. Not having much success right now.
Well, the other part of it is that this offense has seen very little, really, of Jalen Hurts on design runs. About 1 per game over the last 8-9 games, something like that. And so many times, he was the one that started it. Because if he starts running now, the safety...
Hanging in there, Dave. Hanging in there.
So now Saquon breaks one in the open field. He goes for 60 instead of for 20. A.J. Brown gets one-on-one.
Shotgun, third and 10. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Gets it off. Incomplete. Looking for Smith that time. Crowd starting to boo. Lions are getting the ball back.
Robertson, who was in the slot, has jumped outside with the injuries and done a nice job for this Detroit defense.
Again, staying with the man-to-man coverage. We always talk about Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, how good they are. There's a little grab of the arm right there. I thought I saw that as well. No call. But another time that now this Detroit Lions defense has come out and made a big play.
This is punt number 4 from Reagan Man. 6th year at Texas A&M.
Boom, there's your kick. Fair catch called all the way at the top of the 21. Raymond had to run up there and go get it.
At the 20.
And a late flag. Of course there is. Why not?
Winds with the gusts still in the 35-mile-per-hour range at Philadelphia International Airport, about 4 miles from here. Just pushing through. Face mask foul coming up here. Oh, that initial indication.
Man, it is. That wind has got that flag full throttle.
How it's getting sorting.
Hard enough to catch a putt anyway tonight.
Personal foul. Face mask. Kicking team number 54.
Wow.
The 15-yard penalty. First down.
15 yards for the end of the run. 15-yard penalty on Philadelphia for a face mask. That's crazy. All right. Thank you, Chris. That means a lot. Appreciate that.
3-0 Philadelphia on top. Detroit's going to take over at the 35-yard line. No points in first 4 possessions. First time that's happened since 2023. That was the Lions' blowout loss to the Ravens in Baltimore. Tate Ratledge, the right guard, back in for Detroit. This is the last series.
Handoff. Montgomery dances around, gets a couple yards. Call it 3. Second down and 7. Second and 7.
Playing the Philadelphia Eagles on defense is they have so much movement. You're going to see them jump at the snap of the ball. You'll see the defensive linemen slant all in one direction. You'll see the safeties come down late and make movement. But none of that happens until you snap the ball. That's really one of the keys to Vic Fangio's defense.
Lions have third receiver.
Shotgun, going to throw. Got it to his tight end right. Knocked out of bounds. Going to be about 3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
It just makes them make decisions on the fly. And for the quarterback, he can point out who he thinks is going to blitz, and then all of a sudden they shift another way. But think about it for those offensive linemen. It's hard enough to block 320-pound defensive tackles. Anyway, at the snap of the ball, they're going to be in a different place than where you're expecting.
Lions 0 for 3 on 3rd down, 0 for 1 on 4th.
3rd down and 2. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun, going to throw. Oh, incomplete. Threw it behind St. Brown. 4th and 2 coming up. Are they going to go or kick? They really should kick.
This is a replay here, and you're going to have this kind of movement. Now, if it's man coverage, he should stay on the move. That time, it looked like they just read it differently. In my mind, I think that Amon-Ra St. Brown was right. He was continuing to run the route, and Jared Goff anticipated that he was going to stop.
Oh, fake it. They don't get it. My God, they faked it and didn't get it. Philadelphia ball in Detroit territory. Philadelphia ball in Detroit territory. Everybody knows Dan Campbell's going to go for it. Why does he keep trying? They were fully ready for that. Philly has it at the 42 of Detroit. Wow.
In a verifiably fabricated survey, 9 out of 10 dentists love Toyota's.
Wow, wow, wow.
But where's dentist number 10? Let's get her behind the wheel. Dentist number 10 said she would buy a battery electric vehicle.
CEO, welcome back in.
Candy. It's official. One drive can change your mind. Toyota. Let's go places.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fries, bottomless chips, and salsa, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Balance. We got now.
I'm being told this is legal only from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his
All right, when we come back, Philly ball. Philly ball.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor. Why would you throw that, Sam?
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Trying to get with the pork. Maybe a burger?
Think of what we can do together. There's no going back. Please, where'd you get that?
They're really pushing this new Wicked or replay of the Wicked coming out.
Those no Sundays hit different when you earn them.
It's Saturday. Dave's ready. Dave's yours ready. He's miles ahead of you.
We flying, Dave.
Oh!
Let's go.
Plenty of run time.
The Eagles have to score points, Ross says. They keep getting possessions in positive territory like that. I would say so.
Different things.
I bet they did.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn. We hope you tackle that project by Saturday so you can earn your Sunday. Lowe's.
Back across the country in SoFi next Sunday night to see who's top in the NFC right now. Matthew Stafford.
I'm just looking here. I keep looking to see if they got a list of all the artists at the Festival of the Arts, and I can't find it. It's driving me nuts. Why don't they have that out yet?
Eastern time. Again, good field position for the Eagles. Barkley tries to take advantage. Twisting to the 35. Gain of 8 for Saquon.
You know, it's interesting, though, talking about the fake punt. It was the starting defense that was out there, and I don't think that Dan Campbell's fooling anybody anymore when he's going for it on fourth down. But now we're seeing the Eagles coming back to their bread and butter a little bit, running the football. And if Saquon can just get it going a bit, it would sure help this man coverage on the outside.
Second and 2, Saquon, first down. 10:33 left in the half. Well, they said they were going to Melissa, and they didn't go to her.
Pregame. Barkley with a 2,000-yard season last year, not finding that same success, but I thought you made a good point this. Runs and it changes a lot for this offense.
It really does. And it did last year, too.
First and 10. Throws. Incomplete. Tip drill knocked away. Teresa says, please vote in the poll.
Yes, Hall of Famer Barry Sanders knows what it's like to rush for 2,000 yards and then try to do it again the next season. So I asked him about Saquon. He said, when you come off a season like he had, Super Bowl winner, Offensive Player of the Year, defenses know you're a weapon and use all their resources to stop you. And Barry was quick to admit he doesn't know what it's like to win a Super Bowl, but he does know what it's like to have that kind of individual success. And he said for him, it was difficult to go in with the same fight and same fire against defenses that are that much more motivated to stop you.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's certainly the line one. He has been for a long time.
Quick out to Brown. That gets nowhere.
Robertson again being hurt from it. The Philly fans getting frustrated with the Eagles offense. This is the third possession starting into territory. Only 3 points on the board.
Amik Robertson started as a slot corner, moved outside, but watch this aggressive move in behind and before the offensive lineman could get out. This is once again an opportunity for this Detroit Lions defense to come up huge. If you're Dan Campbell, they're kind of saving your biscuits out there a little bit so far in this game.
It was Fred Johnson out there again trying to block Johnson out of the lineup. 3rd and 11. Here's a Hurts run.
Hurts is still up and running. First down for Hurts.
Zalkadin Muhammad pulling him down, then the hit. The knee does come down. He's staying on the body most of the time. Now it's being stopped.
Yeah,
the question is, where was that run finished?
After replay assist, ball carrier was down at the 21-yard line. It is still a first down. Still a first down. Alex Kemp lets everybody know right away. It was 3rd and 11 from the 33. But Chris, that's what you.
I still need 10 true statements and 5 lies about you.
An ability to run from the quarterback position.
Can you please email them over to me?
Cam Jurgens around. But now you've got him running. And you talk to defensive coordinators from the Lions and other people. When Hurts isn't running, it means you can help on A.J. Brown on those slants. You're not getting one of the safeties laying down in the box to try and help protect against those runs. So there's a lot left on the table.
Side. Dashing forward for 3 yards is Barkley, the Detroit defensive line in there.
Barkley.
Part of that. Second down coming up as we approach halfway in this second quarter. And that lone field goal off the Detroit turnover on their first possession, the only points on the board.
But, Mike, you also have to say, all right, the Philadelphia Eagles in all likelihood are going to win their division, right? You don't want to get your quarterback and Super Bowl MVP hurt, so you don't want to run too much, and I understand that too. But the offense needs a little jump start.
From the 18, 2nd and 7. Dumps it back to Barkley. He's going to get hit. Loss. Big time loss. They lost a lot of yards. 3rd down and long coming up.
Back to the 26-yard line, the veteran Anzalone. In his 9th year out of Florida with the stop.
The Lions, one of the few teams that play predominantly with 3 linebackers on the field. Why can they do that? They can do that because they have an Alex Anzalone who can run like that, who can anticipate what teams are going to try and do. A lot of veteran leadership in those 3 guys, Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes.
They take great pride in what you just said, Chris, that they are in a 3rd and 15, and those 3 backers are still out there.
But they had somebody spying on Hurts this time. As he throws inside,
Brown's got it inside underneath, but it's still going to be 4th down. They're going to have to kick a field goal.
Brings it in. Go from the sideline. See what Nick Sirianni does in his 3-0 game. Keep the offense out for the moment.
But it's interesting, even on that play, you could see those linebackers having to hold for just a minute to see whether or not that Hurts was going to be involved in the run. And you got to play it here, too.
Was it 5? Draw him off, you get a first down.
They're going to try to draw him off, I think. Timeout, Philadelphia. They were going to try to draw him.
Lions begging for that motion penalty on the O-line. Nothing happening there.
Didn't get that.
Bradley Cooper, great Eagles fan. They're at the Super Bowl, helped to introduce a team. As always, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout at the game tonight.
Baseball career, opening up a little golf course in the area as well.
Pink is there tonight.
Early on, Sunday Night Football anthem singer. With Pete Davidson in the house as well.
Pete Davidson there.
You just see Pete and you start laughing. You know the next thing he says is going to make you laugh, right? Indeed. Some good folks here in Philadelphia, and after the attempted draw-off, the Eagles go for the field goal.
Yeah, I think it's the right choice, given what we've seen out of these.
Eagles going to change. They're going to go for the field goal.
It's no layup either.
Up, and it is good. Nice follow through. Six nothing. Still a 1-score game technically.
Tried to stop you. You kept going. Prestry, a 3-in-1 inhaler.
1-score game here.
It helps prevent.
All right, we'll be right back here in just a moment, everybody. Let me take care of some business.
For asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
If you're looking for bracelets made with love, it's KT Designs and Crafts Company. Does an amazing job with various bracelets from Disney and other content variables. Check out the Etsy shop located right here on the link provided by our moderators. You can get them made today and shipped out to you really quick. Katie supports the Pete McDivitt Show, and we say, hey, go out and support KT Designs and Crafts Company, handmade with love.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise #1. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through.
You can imagine how good something's going to get.
All right. 6 minutes left in the second. 6 left in the second.
Up to 55% of cardio equipment and up to 50% off basketball hoops. Today only, get $20 off purchases of $100 or more on the Dick's app. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
You walk out and you just destroy. How do you know I want to fight you? This is the performance of all performances. Bravo, magnifico! Everything that I can think of.
The voice of tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
Every Tuesday in primetime, it's Coast to Coast Tuesday of the NBA on NBC. The Grizzlies against a terrifically talented San Antonio team, and out west will be Phoenix against Portland. Eastern and Pacific on NBC.
I'll give you a call back later. Right there.
Pennsylvania, Lower Marion High School. Kobe Bryant's gym. Well, you see those jerseys every once in a while. That is offense to defense. Saquon leaving it. Cooper and Gene throwing it down at the Palestra. One of the great venues in the Philadelphia sports area. All right, so the wind is blowing, so they need to bring out a holder. It's going to be great.
All right, they're bringing out a Colt holder here. Detroit Diz. Hello, Sean. Welcome in.
12 players are on the field. Van will run to the sideline and it's going to be kicked by Elliott. It's hard to feel, but it's brought in at the 5 by Khalif Raymond. He's got 26-yard line. So the Eagles defense pitching a shutout. They've turned over a new leaf in the last couple of years in Philadelphia. If I take it back 2 years ago, this is a defense that struggled, but it has been turned around. Acquisitions, Vince Fangio coming in as the defensive coordinator. So
You're hoping your Lions win. I get that. Makes sense. Pull for your team, yes. All right, first down and 10 at the 25 for Detroit.
Put all of it together, and this Eagles defense has been.
Play action, go to throw. Oh, bad throw, wobbly, bad throw. I don't know if he lost control or if it got tipped at the line, but that was awful. Davis got his hands on it. There you go. There you go.
Bigger body. You know, they've got a bunch of guys, Nolan Smith, Josh Houche, Jalix Hunt, more speed guys. But he has added, Phillips has added that big edge player that can stop the run and get it to the quarterback. Really was a great deal for the
Play action. Look at the throw. Down the field he goes. Got a man wide open. It's St. Brown. Past the 50 to the 40 and out of bounds. Wow. What a play. Extendo Keith. Welcome in, Extendo Keith.
Go inside the next receiver, even inside the tackle in that situation, so that you get a little confused who has which receiver and how do you make that play.
That was a nice play to St. Brown.
They needed a play like that in the start.
Longest play tonight either way.
First and 10. First and 10 at the 40. Goff looking to throw. Cross the middle. Got him. Down the sideline he goes. Williams, touchdown. Detroit.
Beat that guy. Watch when he
Wow.
the break. And you've got a Dory Jackson who can really run, but it didn't matter.
Now this is where the penalty comes from with Williams and the celebration.
He got a penalty for excessive celebration.
It's a 15-yard penalty on the PAT. And that's a big story on a night like this.
That's a big penalty on a windy night like this. Big penalty on a windy night like this. Gotta think.
With Williams unblocking all the football ability, but that stuff could cost the team a point right here. And Jake Bates is on to kick a 48 in the wind.
Unless the winds change, it's going to blow hard right, so you better start.
48-yard extra point.
This ball naturally moves left to right. This exacerbates that issue.
Nope, missed it. Now you cost your team points, you clown. Way to go.
And the Williams penalty contributes to costing his team a point.
Dan Campbell just looked at him, gave him a dirty look. I don't blame him. That's stupid.
And they understood their ball was going to move to the right, and they still couldn't aim far enough to the left.
Again, the wind is coming in from the top left of your screen, ripping at about 35 miles per hour gusts. And
just dumb.
Plenty of that as we're down on the field pregame. Dan Campbell certainly addressed that with Jamison Williams. That touchdown. We got the flag on the celebration.
Yeah, it's you can't do that.
That could cost your team the game.
It's a close game. You're playing for first place. It's a big moment. You're on the road. You got a chance to take the lead. And
you're playing for some home field advantage. A lot of stuff. Philly fans are happy. Philly fans tell them, hey, go hug that thing all you want.
That's the seventh missed extra point on what's been a windy day in the Northeast. As the ball blows off the tee again, that's the most missed extra points in the same day since 2022. So now Bates will have the punter Fox come on to hold, and he will do what we saw.
Welcome in, Alex Miller.
Hold and directly off to the sideline.
Collected at the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, out to the 35, tackled at the 37. Philadelphia will start there.
Those two big plays that Detroit hit back-to-back there were play-action passes. That's why I love hanging out with you. Well, I like hanging out with you anyway.
Well, thanks.
But I learned so much football. You talked about play-action passes, and Dan Campbell getting what he wants to see in this offense. Run first. It sets that stuff up.
And when you bring in extra offense,
it does set all that stuff up. You're right, Alec Miller.
Oh, they really are.
Very right.
Then you come in. Jamison Williams has proven now that he can make big plays. And a lot of times you think of speedsters like him as being someone that runs deep and gets behind the defense. In reality, more big plays come from coming across the field just like that. And you saw it on 2 consecutive plays. Amon-Ra St. Brown, come right back to Jamison Williams.
Caught at the 45.
Targeted 8 times now, 5 catches for 32 yards.
Yeah, if we ever got back to some of the RPO stuff, because we've already seen now that Jalen Hurts, if he takes off and runs with the ball, gets a lot of attention, you would see even more opportunities for those one-on-ones on the outside with these 2 terrific receivers.
Back to the airline. Into Tyler Branson, who gets hit hard by Brian Branch. But Branson has the first down at the 49-yard line.
Brian Branch gave him a shot. He is one tremendous player, but he gets around the line of scrimmage.
But you had your wedding photos on the empty field. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. First and 10. Handoff, Barkley up the middle. Spins off a tackle. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2nd and 5.
So, Mike, here's what they've done forever, with this offense is you can hand it off, you can fake, A lot of times the back's over here, you get him going that way. But then what happens is that backside gets frozen. And so then when you get Saquon Barkley a little gap, those plays become big plays.
Caught. First down. Dotson on the catch. I forgot he was over there on the Eagles, to be honest with you.
The third receiver is first down. Best looking Eagles drive.
First down, Eagles moving the ball.
There's always a third receiver, right, on the Eagles. He doesn't always get the ball very much because Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown have been so good, and of course Dallas Goedert in there as well.
Fumble! Ball's on the ground. Barkley fell on it.
When it hit the leg, it didn't ricochet somewhere else.
They got lucky on that one. Wow.
Loss of 3.
Loss of 3 on the play.
So you're going to see the ability, he's going to put it in his stomach and read this edge player out here on the side. But honestly, they haven't done it very much lately, and it showed.
Approaching the 2-minute warning, Detroit gets the ball to start the second half.
Detroit gets the ball start of the second half, by the way. Handoff around the outside. Very nice run right there. Bigsby on the run, 22 yards on it. Real nice run.
There you go. Now they're opening up the playbook. This is the Philadelphia Eagles we used to see a season ago with some of those counters and pulling linemen and tight ends. Looks good.
The Eagles driving. Here's a 2-minute warning. All even at 6 in the last 10 minutes. They loosened up a little bit. Some big plays, including
2-minute warning. 2 minutes.
Hungry boy.
Where's the team?
They're all playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7, so we're the replacers.
Check this out. Now they can fight. But we don't want them to fight.
Really? Yeah. Well, they can do other stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, Chris.
How many are there?
We don't know.
Yeah, they just keep reading. A place to decide.
You didn't.
That's a funny commercial.
Accenture presents plays that reinvent the game. Keeping the Panthers defense guessing, Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence faked a handoff to running back Bashal Tootin. Instead, he flipped the ball to Brian Thomas Jr., who took it for a touchdown in the Jaguars' win over Carolina. In business, the game is always changing. Together with the right partner, you'll see reinvention with results.
Yep, follow Teresa's direction. That's for sure. That's a good thing.
I thought you worked in his house.
Cantina chicken burrito.
You know, let me get something to wash that down with.
I got you.
Thursday night football.
Thursday night. Who we got Thursday night? Bills and Houston. Nah, that could be okay. Only on Prime.
Memory. That's the golden.
At the Farmer's Dog, our fresh food plans give dogs good health and great hair. Get 50% off your first box only at thefarmersdog.com. We've got a great group of kids and one middle-aged.
Going through the commercials here.
Cheer builds team spirit. Good chance to fly in this life. You take it.
Stumble. Friday.
Coming up on the tail at halftime, Bo Nix and the Broncos toppling Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen besting Baker and the Bucs in Buffalo. Mike.
All right, Maria, we'll see you. Rest of the football night crew at halftime. Great to have everyone on the road with us here this week. How about the Broncos? Chiefs are currently ninth in the wild card and playoff standings in the AFC. Bigsby to the outside.
Handoff up the middle. Bounces to the outside. Short run. Second down and 3. Second and 3.
I'm really surprised the Lions have been willing so far to stay with those two deep safeties in the back, because if they're going to do that, then Philadelphia is not going to stop running, especially when you consider they don't have their top pass blocker in Lane Johnson up front. So anytime you have a team running on you like this, generally it means the safety will be coming down pretty soon, and there it is right now.
Safety Harper, far right screen.
Brown on the catch down to the 5. Brown on the catch down to the 5.
Force them with your run game to come to a one safety look, and then there's no way he can stop it. You got one of the great powerful receivers, catch and run. Good luck trying to tackle.
Boomer Sooner, what's up?
We haven't been seeing.
To update the stats, that was the 8th target for Brown.
First and goal. Hello, Neil. Welcome in as well. Good to see you.
Conversation during the week. He's been targeted plenty in this first half.
First and goal. Here comes the handoff. Barkley. Touchdown, Barkley.
Down there. Shin is that shin down?
Was it down? I'm not sure it ever actually hit the ground.
He's thinking about it. Yes.
They're going to review it.
Yeah, so far, it doesn't look clear and obvious to me that the shin does touch it.
Welcome back in, my friend.
So far, on the looks I'm saying,
thank you for coming back.
Clear and obvious to reverse.
All right, so where's the ball? Right there. His knee comes down. Hasn't broken the plane yet. But take a look during the timeout.
I think they're going to say it's too close to call there. That's just me. We'll wait and see what they say.
It's only my second favorite holiday ever. Chris, not now, Patricia. It is game day. Sports. Ooh, Buffalo wings. I didn't know Buffalo's had wings. You've never been too prepared for game day, all right? Hey, Tim! Come on, buddy! Oh, sorry.
Make game day a holiday at Target.
That's a good commercial.
It's not just
That's a really good commercial. That's actually pretty funny.
from the farm. Fresh every day.
Responsibly read. Without that bad stuff, if magic happens.
Best of the best, baby. 100% yum. Literally massive.
It's going to be a close review. I agree with you.
Still dealing
100% agree with you.
Colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Rinvoq. Rinvoq works differently, and it's a once daily pill.
It's got to be enough for them to make it. Steve Travago, welcome back in, buddy.
Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid-free remission. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus.
I don't know about that. We'll see. See how it comes back ruled.
Are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection. Put UC and Crohn's in check. And keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The big, shiny, really big watch. Classic corporate power move.
Still waiting to hear.
Having next level control of shipments across your supply chain.
Mark, do you mind?
FedEx, the new power move.
I haven't taken the biggest thing of my life. What was I about to go to college? What's your
Get turned upside down.
After review, the runner was short in the goal line. It will be second down with 32 seconds left.
Oh, my God. They're calling him short. Second down with 32 seconds left.
Seconds, and now the Eagles have come out, and we're in tush-push territory here. With Philadelphia facing second and goal, still with timeouts, and a couple of opportunities to pound it in.
That's what they're going to do. Hurts over the top, touchdown. If I do March Madness, it'll be on my second channel. Not I do football and baseball here.
Rushing touchdown number 6 on the season for Jalen Hurts.
Mike had the perfect words for it. You get down low, and then he does. He surfs over the top of those guys. And obviously what you worry about are those linebackers flying across the top. But you never really see Hurts out of control. He's not leaving his feet. He is continuing to push and push and push. And we know that Barkley can squat about 600. I'm sure Goddard can too.
Extra point pending.
Conversation about officiating the play at false starts. Eagles leaving early. It looked like they left on time on that one. Extra point is added by Jake Elliott. Philadelphia gets its first touchdown. Takes a 7-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company.
13-6 with 16 seconds on the clock.
So much more than Saquon Barkley.
I'm also stay calm, Barkley.
Oh man, show my uniform. Whoever did.
Calm, man. Stress. I'll never remember all this. Relax, Rook. When things get intense, we get incense. What a nice cleansing surprise.
For your insurance and financial needs.
Walter, welcome in. Mouse Talking the House, our partner channel, everybody.
The Xfinity Global Arena. West of the stadium here. It's a great part of American sports. All these stadiums and arenas down here.
Here comes the kickoff. 16 seconds left in the half.
16 seconds left. Detroit gets the ball start the second half. You know, the Lions were one of the 2 NFC teams, and the only ones on the Eagles scheduled to vote for the tush push stayed in the game when the conversation was had at the owners' meeting in the spring.
I don't know if you would expect anything else out of Dave.
Touchback. They're not going to do anything with this but take a knee.
I kind of respected his whole approach to that.
The other team in the NFC, by the way, was New Orleans. Kellen Moore had just come from here in Philadelphia, got the head coaching job there, so they kind of felt like, oh, I was there. I may have got my head coaching job in part because of the success of that. So looks like the Lions will take it in, take it to the locker room, into the second half with the ball down 7.
Timeout. Halftime, everybody. We got a quick commercial, then we'll be able to see the timer. Thank you, Boomer.
Dan, your second game calling offensive plays, just 6 points. What adjustments will you make?
Well, they're doing a good job over there defensively. You know, we invested a lot to get our pass game going there a little bit. So, defense is doing a hell of a job. You know, we took a couple of risks there that didn't work out. The team knew that could happen, but we're playing good. We found a little rhythm there offensively. We get the ball second half. So, I like where we're going right now.
Dan, thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right. So he told you they get the ball, so takes my line away. I should just throw it to Maria. Here's Maria Taylor with the Toyota halftime. Go ahead, Maria.
Appreciate it, Mike. Well, coming up on a Toyota halftime, we'll hear from Patrick Mahomes and Bo Nix after their big showdown in Denver. Plus, Josh Allen did something only he and one other player have ever done in NFL history. And we've got the latest on Aaron Rodgers' wrist injury. That's all coming up next.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in receiving touchdowns?
So, Lindsay, the Olympic comeback, it's on. I love it too much to stop. The things we do for love.
Lindsey Vaughn.
Austria 2013. I tore my ACL and my MCL. St. Bear boating incident. Yeah, wrenched my whole knee. 2010, wrecked my arm, but I still ski down in a sling. Climbing accident, back, tailbone, you name it. Why do we do this again? Because we love it. Because we love it.
Winter Olympics, February 6th. Very nice.
The best of enemies. This might present a different kind of challenge when they face their bitter rivals. And there are shortage of motivation on either side.
Halftime here, everybody. We'll track the time on that. There you go. 10:02. 10 minutes left in the half.
And make no payments for 90 days. Plus, we'll give you up to $500.
Are they the only Windows Home team? I haven't paid much attention to that.
With over 1 million likes and reviews. Make no payments for 90 days during the Black Friday sales event all month long at Jones Bel Air Hyundai, part of Jones Junction. Only 15 minutes from White Marsh Mall. Online at belairhyundai.com. Ravens wrap up on WBL-TV11, your source for all things Ravens. In-depth analysis, top highlights, and access to exclusive coverage.
Watch Ravens wrap up Sunday nights after WBL-TV11 news.
Waiting for them to do the show the recap vids. Show me the recap vids.
Oh, what fun it is to drive when an Audi leads the way. What fun it is to drive around an Audi every day. Lease the new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $499 a month during the season of Audi.
When you live with someone who knows a lot and cares even more,
Your voice is amazing. Let him hear you.
you're unstoppable.
I'm just getting started.
I'm here to help.
At Truist.
Colts and Broncos, the only ones unbeaten at home. Okay.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless.
Go Mini. Hello, Roberto. Welcome in.
Luxuries you don't have to wait for.
Good to see you.
Now, Buick. Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR and no monthly payments until next year on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Jeffrey Wiener on Recap Hits on WBL-TV11 News.
At the end of the day, all the goal is to get into the playoffs and try to make a run at it. And all you can focus on is next week.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. If you're, some say, if you're scared, go to church.
I love it. Or you can beat the champs and go to church. You can do both. It's Sunday.
All right, here's their recap.
Broncos getting the win over the Chiefs. They've won 8 straight. They're sitting at 9-2.
Patriots have been on fire on the road, yeah.
Have they created the recipe for success in Denver?
Yeah, I think right now they're comfortable in these style of games. Everybody talks about clutch, having ice in your veins and all of that. I think their preparation, they practice situational football. And then when you do it in games over and over again, you build up this confidence, and this team has that right now.
No doubt. It starts with their defense. Their defense is fantastic. They get after the quarterback like nobody. So that's their calling card. But offensively,
Bengals, Jets, and Ravens.
Find a way. Bo Nix actually played well throughout this game, but he was at his best in the fourth quarter, which is what he's done all year long. And you said it. When you do it before, you can kind of summon that back up in big moments again. And for them to knock off the Chiefs in this game, where the Chiefs needed it so badly, it was a big win for the Broncos.
And it's so interesting to see Bo Nix basically out-dueling Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter. We're so used to one-score games going to the Chiefs. They were 12-0 last season in those games. This season,
one-score games. The Chiefs are 0-5 this season.
That aura is gone. Last year in the Super Bowl, the way the Eagles beat them, I think the rest of the league said, what are we so afraid of? We just got to go win, and now you're seeing teams do that.
But it's more than just last year. It's the last 9 years.
Yeah.
These guys have been doing this for a decade, and this year it's just different. And I thought it was going to change when they got Rashee Rice back and they got their weapons. I thought they were going to get on a roll. But a clunker a couple weeks ago against Buffalo, and then in a game that they needed, where they needed their offense to show up, they weren't able to do it.
All right, let's take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, the Chiefs are in.
Yeah, you win ugly. Win ugly, you win. It wouldn't matter what, you win, right?
The 8 teams that are sitting ahead of them, the Broncos, Bills, Chargers, and Jaguars. And remember, they won the AFC West title for the last 9 seasons. That's since 2016.
Maria, I'm still betting on it.
Okay, I got you. I'll get you an update on Aaron Rodgers. He hurt his left wrist in the second quarter. He wanted to return, but the team wouldn't let him. Some reports say they fear a slight fracture. He will be imaging tomorrow, and Mike Florio.
Slight fracture.
On Pro Football Talk, so make sure that you tune in. All right, coming up next, Josh Allen's video game-like performance today against Tampa Bay. But first, Toyota's all in all season, rewarding select fans every Sunday night game. Make your prediction of the second half play at toyota.com/NFL for a chance to win.
Good night, Douglas. Go check out Doug tomorrow at 9 a.m., everybody. He'll be doing Coffee Talk, where they talk about coffee and talk and more in the morning with Steve, the Scallywag. It'll be good. 9 o'clock. Don't miss it. Somebody can grab the link for Coffee Talk and drop it in there. That would be great.
Let's go places. There's no place like
Oop.
we're taking you inside every morning. Wake up with us.
Ugh. I've been battling a cold all day. It's driving me nuts.
Coming up on Thanksgiving, it's an AFC North rivalry between the Bengals and the Ravens, and along with our traditional coverage on NBC,
Cincinnati and Baltimore, Thanksgiving night.
it's streaming exclusively on Peacock, and it's aimed at all the Madden video game enthusiasts out there, blending elements.
Cincinnati and Baltimore, Thanksgiving night.
Speaking of Madden, yeah, it was a video game day for Josh Allen. That's what he did. Put up numbers against Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes.
Alec Bill's game was crazy today.
The guy's a cheat code. I like how your voice sped up there with the video. This guy's unbelievable. The guys chasing him are NFL players who are really, really good. It makes them look like they're in grade school.
How about this, guys? Only 3 times in NFL history has a player thrown 3 touchdown passes and rushed for 3 touchdown scores in the same game. He did it also. Otto Rams did it as well. So, Josh Allen, shout out to you and all those Madden video game numbers. Tonight, the Eagles and Toyota, they teamed up for the annual salute to start this game. 2 U.S. Paralympians and military veterans were honored as honorary captains. First Lieutenant Melissa Stockwell and Lieutenant...
All right, we're just waiting. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
This has been the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Thank you, Debbie.
Pull everything we got.
Let's roll!
Rich guy. Who gets the money?
They're all counting on that inheritance.
I'll be glad when I take that NyQuil tonight. It knocks me out. Hopefully I wake up in the morning and all this mess is gone. And that's what I'm hoping.
Tell us where he is now. After put out the fire. Thursday, all fanatics on NBC and Peacock. This river wasn't dammed in a day. And GMC trucks were built overnight, like every other.
Let's get it back and get it going. Detroit to get the ball first.
Over 100 years dedicated.
We'll see if they drive straight down and do it.
The ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value.
There it is. Coffee Talk. It's a good show. It's a great show.
Owners get an additional 3,500 purchase allowance.
Do a little tailgate?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, let's go all out. Check it. We got the big screen, live DJ, even got a hot tub guy. Oh, yeah. That's cool. I've got Royal Farms.
It's been a long week this week, you know, with the show yesterday and all the other streams I wanted to keep up with, and long day today. Just need to do what I got to do.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend. And the first timer. The neighborhood hero.
Am I taking Thanksgiving off? No, I will be here for 3 shows. 3 shows I will be here.
Comes together in Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Equinox models.
All day long. 3 football games. 12, 4, and 8.
On WBAL TV 11.
It is not the man who commands the field beneath the stadium lights who deserves our highest praise. It is the one out of the arena. Those who offer their hand with no thought of glory. They do not wait for the call. They step forward. So in a world quick to praise talent, let us never forget to honor character. This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of all audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tonight's first half coverage is presented by Progressive.
Getting ready to come back, everybody. Getting ready to come back here. Da-na-na-na.
Progressive, insurance for coverage you can count on.
Eagles had one more possession. They scored a touchdown with it. They lead by 7. We go to the third quarter with tonight's storylines. Powered by AWS, the quarterback comparison that you see there, the one interception by Goff turning into the field goal.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a day. Sorry, Debbie. Thank you. Yeah, Doug will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
His career after the conversation got involved in the offense. That's the Lions defense not getting pressure on Hurts. And Aiden Hutchinson, their star guy, 1 pressure, no sacks thus far tonight. Bridge into Philadelphia, 4 miles.
Yeah, it is what it is, Bruce. It is what it is.
Winds are still blowing, clocked in the 30-plus mile per hour gusts a few miles from here at the Philly International Airport. Jake Elliott's kickoff all the way and touchback the Lions. That's how it does. We'll get it at the 35. And here's Melissa with the exterior on a moment ago.
Nick, you finally got the offense going with that touchdown at the end of the half. How do you build on that?
Yeah, we've had some good drives, but we got to finish in the red zone. I think right now we're 1 for 3 in the red zone, so you finish on those drives, pretty good half. At least when we get down there, we got to finish.
Just learned that your all-pro right tackle Lane Johnson is out for the game with a foot injury. How does that change the game plan?
Obviously Lane's a phenomenal player. We've been here before where we got to play with our guys that are backups. They've done a nice job.
Thanks.
Thank you. Big miss on that offensive side without.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. Quick out to Gibbs, and that's a big gain. That's a gain of about 15 or 20.
First down to the Philly 48.
So, Mike, the difference between college and the NFL are the hash marks are based
17 yards for that on him.
So very rarely can somebody outrun a defense to the sideline. In college football, yes. NFL football, it doesn't happen, and yet he does it on a fairly regular basis.
Play action. Look at the throw. Underneath, caught. Gibbs again. That's a gain of another 10. Mark it at 11 yards.
Well, it has been a passing night, and that's when the Lions offense woke up. The Eagles offense woke up when they started running the ball. The Lions offense woke up when they started throwing it on early downs, and I think you're just going to see them stay with it. Now, the question comes in, how long can they hold up with this pass protection?
In motion. Look at the throw. Check down. Gibbs off the left tackle. He didn't get much, maybe a yard. Got about a yard.
So far, a couple of batted passes, but more importantly, now inside with Jalen Carter, he has been dominant enough. And you're seeing that line of scrimmage begin to go backwards to his side on those runs. And he's just gobbling up some of those inside plays. So if they can take care of the inside, now you can support a little bit more on those outside runs.
Davis comes out. He's been playing a lot more this year than he has earlier in his career. 61% of snaps this year. It was 45% before that. Second and 9, extra rusher comes. Picked up. Stay inbounds. To Gene, can wrestle him to the ground on the 32 to set up 3rd and 4 for Detroit. The wind has picked up more here starting this third quarter.
Mike, you made a great point, though. And
Gibbs is hard to catch in the open field.
he's playing now 86% of the snaps, almost unheard of. Chris Jones is about the only other guy that I know doing that with the Kansas City Chiefs. And sometimes you'll see Caleb Farley have to take a play off or two to try and catch his breath.
Lions have a couple of downs to make 5 yards.
Gonna throw. Incomplete. 4th and 5. Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to go.
Nakobe Dean is back in the lineup, one of those guys who got healthy that I'm talking about. And you'll see him come through here, and his speed allows him to get on the center and on the quarterback before they can get him blocked.
4th down, Eagles go with 6 defensive backs. Snap on the low linebacker. Lions need to get it to about the 27.5.
4th down, incomplete, turnover on downs.
Inside, they could not connect. And on downs for the 3rd time tonight.
Wow. Jacob Farnsworth, how you doing, buddy? Philadelphia is going to take over again. That was just not a good throw. I'll be right back.
Can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm all cop, right?
Let's say I obtain a car for less than you think it costs.
I don't follow it.
You see somebody say anything?
Yeah.
Just how much I pay for it.
Enjoying your car.
It feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast with Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. $6 meal deal is back.
Score the best deals at Dick's. Get up to 25% off clothing from Adidas. Deals on next Adidas shoes and up to 40% off Believe First and BSG. Today only. Get
all right.
More in the Dick's app. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
Detroit, man. Offense not clicking tonight. Not clicking tonight.
I'm a mad man. I'm not sure this is right for your niece's party. She's turning 5. Red flag. And Wayne?
Yeah.
Should we cancel the dancers?
I should schedule the dancers.
Would work for you.
Just not today. Alexa, you're good.
This week,
Not today with the dancers.
to 40% off on treats they want, toys they love, or food they devour. All the best price gifts for any pet. For low prices, for holidays with pets, there's Chewy. This is a make or break assignment.
Let's go!
On the back of it.
Pop Smiles, Disney Zootopia 2.
Don't do this, Mike. And your last name?
That's right. Zootopia 2 coming out on Thanksgiving.
These things work good together.
Zootopia 2.
Everyone, we have an all-new show tonight after the game. Rosalia is here. And something fun for the Cats and Wicked for good. Back to you, Mike and Chris.
All right, Jimmy. New Tonight Show.
New Tonight Show. Weird on Sunday night.
Eagles stop the Lions again on downs. First touch of the second half for Hurts the offense. Barkley closed quick with Branch. The run. I think Williams there for the tackle.
Barkley for a short run.
Mike, one thing I just have to talk about a second. This pass rush now, the Philadelphia Eagles, has completely disrupted Jared Goff.
Whoops.
He's having to release the ball before he really wants to, and it's causing them to miss those key 3rd and 4th downs that they typically hit.
Second down and 6. Handoff. Barkley again. He just keeps scraping and scraping and scraping. Barkley is so good. That was one of the best moves I think that was been done as far as acquisitions and stuff in an off season when the Eagles grabbed him from New York. Doing a little dessert. When the Eagles grabbed him, that was a great move. That totally changed their team around, you know? Oh, offsides Detroit. Oh, they're calling false start? What?
I thought the Eagles offensive lineman may have moved his hand.
Oh, wow.
And that's
wow.
the Lions defensive lineman reacted to.
Offense number 56.
Eagles can't believe it. Steen is having a fit. Let's see if he did.
Patting the ground or exactly what happened. He got leaning forward. Look at that.
He pushed. It's like he was touching Williams' hand, like, get over there.
Well, he was trying. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
That's why he was smacking the defensive lineman's hand. You can't do that.
If the defender gets his hand in the neutral zone, so the offense can move, and then it would be on the defense. Interesting.
Right.
Yeah, this looks
wow.
like it is. That last shot, that's a neutral zone infraction.
That's the first time you see it.
Should have been a neutral zone infraction, and it would have been if they snapped the ball. 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and 5. Hurts looking to throw. Down the road he goes. Oh, incomplete. He was looking for Granson, the tight end, didn't get him. Wow. The wind has to be playing a lot of role in this tonight, too.
You're thinking, when is my pass rush going to get there? Watch how long he has to cover. Hurts just standing back there. He probably can't even believe this play's still going on. But that was complete.
Both of these quarterbacks are throwing the ball a lot better if you don't have a 30-mile-an-hour wind. They only gave up 7 against the Packers. No, I don't remember that. But I'm sure you're right. Now we're going to get a delay of game. 5-yard penalty, 4th down. Just giving us some extra yards to kick with.
For it on 4th down or whatever the case. And this Lions defense has just backed them up all night. This isn't a good performance by the Lions defense. It's been tremendous.
There's the punt. Fair catch called at the 28 and made right there.
Calvin Shepard's defense has stepped up tonight. Anzalone downfield helping get the stop, keeping us a 7-point game, and Shep likes it.
7-point game.
With the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card, you can earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
I give just a spot.
I'm on it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The cash back is even more beautiful.
No matter what you buy, earn for Smartly with the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa.
It'll be windy in the playoffs. I don't know about being 30-mile-an-hour, 40-mile-an-hour winds, though. That's some serious winds tonight.
So for Mom, I was thinking.
I thought she didn't want anything.
Oh, like when she says she doesn't want any fries?
She eats all her fries.
Exactly. What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get our best deal without needing the most expensive plan.
Good call.
And you know, she loves her selfies.
Who's that?
iPhone 17 Pro on us. The most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive.
All right, when we come back, Detroit ball again. You didn't even know there was a grandson on the Eagles? I never heard the guy's name. I thought he said it was somebody's grandson. I'm like, what? Had to wait and see the guy's jersey to figure it out. Yeah, Bruce, I have issues from my coma. There's things I don't remember, so I apologize. I just can't remember it.
I'm picking out a baby daddy. She's not ordering a person. She's just interested in their, contributions. There's so many to choose from. We only hear about what's in his jeans, and yes, I heard that.
These plays, Friday, NBC and Peacock. Once Mindy heard about Walmart's Black Friday deals.
Jen, yeah, I mean, obviously the best thing is to have your games at home, no matter who you are, especially if you play in locations that benefit you. Indoor teams going outside is definitely different.
Lions ball take over at their own 28-yard line. And it's full. Hobbled over to the Detroit sideline.
Philly's not an easy place to play anyway.
On that left angle for the Detroit star right tackle, he and Lane Johnson. And be right there. It's 1-2.
First down and 10. First down and 10.
He got injured, a foot injury in the first quarter.
Under center. Montgomery short run, gain of 5. This Eagles line is one of the toughest lines to run against. Carter's just a monster in there. That was a great draft pick, man. He fell down because of issues, and the Eagles said, yep, I'll take a chance on that. That was smart. Wish the Ravens would have done that beforehand.
19 passing, 63 yards. Windy night.
Quick out on the screen to Gibbs. First down and more. He got away from the defense there, and he's breaking it down. 40, 30, he's still going all the way down to the 24. Wow. That's a huge catch and run for Gibbs. A gain of 42 on that.
Because they were going to jump in with pressure, and so that gave Gibbs just enough space to catch this ball, and once he does...
Man, once he got past the first set, he was on fire going down.
Kick out block there, but that is the speed of Gibbs, and look out if you're a quarterback or a second team coming up. Today, Sewell coming down on you.
Andrew McCook did not set up for that. 24.
Handoff off tackle Gibbs. God, it's still 9:02 in the third here. Good Lord. It's already 10:21. This game is taking forever.
And he just takes off around the edge and makes so many people miss. Just one of the more exciting players we've seen come into the National Football League in some time.
And there was criticism using a 12th overall pick on a running back. You see what Gibbs has done for this offense. Change maker for Detroit. Off the custom play, second and 8.
Handoff off tackle up the middle. Gibbs inside the 20, down to the 17.
But that's what Detroit has to stay with as well. Because right now we're seeing Goff under too much pressure. He's not able to sit back and run their
third down.
So if they get their running game going and they can get back to their play action passing game, it'll buy them that extra second to hit those digs and those crossing routes that they've been successful with tonight.
They've done nothing on the money down. It's 0 of 8 on 3rd and 4th down.
3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
Trying to get matched up. Third and 4, they're trying to do it on the ground. And
Gibbs. First down.
First and goal, Detroit.
First and goal, Detroit. They just keep feeding him, man. You could play action right now and somebody will be wide open.
It's what are you doing well tonight? It's not what have you done well all year. It's what are you doing well tonight? What you're doing well is Jahmyr Gibbs. That's it. Just ride him.
Underneath, caught. Williams slammed to the ground. Out of bounds, it's a 6.
So much discussion about Cooper DeJean and Pregame Mitchell, the two outstanding second-year players. So Jordan Jackson has been the guy typically this season and is going to get a lot of balls thrown his way. But Cooper DeJean in the slot is about as good as you'll see in the NFL.
Spot where the Lions were missed Laporta. He was so good in a mismatch in the red zone. Running, so
Handoff, Gibbs.
but couldn't take away blanket.
Nothing he could do there. Short run. Nothing. Gain of a couple. Gibbs only has 27 yards carrying. Wow.
So many times he's deep, and you think there's no way he's going to be involved in stopping the run, and then he does that at the line of scrimmage. I can watch him all night long. Sometimes he's 12 yards deep and makes a play for a 1 yard gain.
Third down and goal. Third and goal.
Big play again. It's a run inside.
He didn't get it. Got nothing. He got nothing. Fourth and goal. They're going for it.
We talked about a lot of Morrow, Jomo in there, Jalen part of that time. They didn't move an inch. Not an inch. You almost have no choice but to try and throw the football in this situation. And where they miss Sam that quarter right here.
Rookie Isaac to Sloan. It's one of the three receivers to the right. It's fourth and goal.
Gonna throw. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Philly holds him again. That's impressive. Right there. All right, we'll be right back here in just a moment.
Rob and Melanie Striffler by Dream Vacations is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Our travel agency's knowledge of Disney products has earned us the distinction of being named an authorized Disney vacation planner. We were given this special designation by Disney as a result of our agency's ongoing focus and commitment to planning customized, magical trips to Disney parks, Disney Cruise Line, and other Disney vacation destinations worldwide.
This is Minnie Mouse
and Kelly
from Myers and the Mouse YouTube channel.
When we can't be in the parks, we listen to Magic of the Mouse Radio. When you can't be at Disney, you should come visit us on YouTube for Disney fun, Disney live streams,
and Disney shopping and DIY crafts.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
And Mondays at 12:30 Eastern Time. Keep Myers and the Mouse in your house. Have a magical day.
All right, when we come back, it's going to be Philly ball. Deep in their own territory.
Football is not a ploy to sell food. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
What is it that makes an SUV?
Yeah, I would have taken the 3 right there. That's me, though. That coach loves to go for it.
It's the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
Handle causing money. They're on everyone's scalp. When you use Head and Shoulders every wash, its active ingredient keeps them at bay.
Tackle dandruff every wash.
Edward, welcome in.
Not only does NBC Monday Comedy have all the right moves, it's also certified fun. Me a quarter pound with cheese for my mom. Certified.
Perfect.
Mondays are certified funny on NBC and Peacock.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
This weekend, Premier League live next weekend back on Peacock. It's the North London Derby. Arsenal atop the table, trying to strengthen that hold, take on their rivals, Spurs. Look forward to it next Sunday on Peacock. Getting close to the holidays. Mummers getting set for the 125th parade on New Year's Day. Shots at the Mummers Museum. This Eagles defense last 6.5 quarters, they've been awesome.
Shotgun, looking to throw. Down the sideline. Incomplete, out of Brown's reach.
collecting their latest hit. Chris?
Well, no matter what the headline is tomorrow, the story is the defensive line is simply taken over. And you're going to see Jalen Phillips and Jalix Hunt meet at the quarterback and almost cut Jared Goff in half.
Well, they killed Goff when they hit him. Wow.
The other hit from the other, and nothing hurts like those kind of hits right there. And that has been the story all night long. You have not seen Jared Goff be able to make some of these one more step routes that would have been big plays because the defensive line for the Eagles have just dominated tonight.
Shotgun, go to throw. Pressure coming. Hurts is going to run for it. Throws on the run. Big play, Dotson. And a late hit. Brian Branch down for the Detroit Lions. They're going to call defenseless receiver, I guarantee you.
Yeah, you're going to get a helmet-to-helmet shot there.
Yep, that's coming.
Conversation going on here with Alex Kemp, the rest of his officiating crew. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 32. 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty on Branch, and he's still down on the ground. That's insult to injury when you're hurt.
That's a major issue for the Detroit defense as well. Already without the rest of their normal starting secondary.
Well, now we're starting to see Hurts do what he does as well. That pressure was coming inside. He circled around it. And really the hot receiver in this game, or big play guy, has been John Dotson. So we end up with a third receiver finally becoming a factor for the Philadelphia Eagles. And one thing that the Detroit Lions cannot afford is to lose Brian Branch.
Branch is trying to come back in now. And it was a penalty, so there's not another play yet. So the former Eagle, Fanatics, comes in the lineup for the moment. Rocky Sin, who was out of that last play, has come back in for the Lions.
You may want to take a look at Maddox here, sitting on a cold over on the bench.
Pitch. Barkley trying to get around it. He does get some of it. Got about a gain of 7, I think. Maybe 6. Josh R., welcome in.
And he can accelerate too, can he? I mean, Jared Gibbs is what he can do. But Saquon Barkley is 235 pounds outrunning people to the corner. You're talking about just a freak of nature. And what he did last year, because they did run it, and Jalen Hurts ran the ball so well, they never saw anything but what they're seeing now, which is a single high safety. And if that safety missed, he went for 70 yards.
Back in the game.
Oh, they're going to sack him and get him all the way back behind midfield. That's a large sack. First time Detroit's gotten there tonight. Hutchinson gets in. Hello, Sebastian Crab. Welcome in.
It's Lopez who's going to get that.
That's the first real pressure they've gotten tonight.
A week ago, he's really starting to make a name for himself on this defensive line. And then, of course, it was Aiden Hutchinson.
It's going to be third and about 15. Third and about 15.
Going to be a lot of tight ends in this league to block that guy. And once again, when it looked like the Lions were in trouble, their defense stands up and makes a play.
3 minutes left in the third. Hurts has got all day. Goes downfield. Overthrows to A.J. Brown. Brown stopped his route. He was fully covered. He stopped his route.
The punting unit comes on.
Not that kind of murmurs either. This is, you can't do that. As a receiver, you got to assume you're going to get the ball. But Detroit Lions, we talked a lot about the Eagles defense. This Detroit Lions team has been under more pressure. They haven't got anything out of their offense with that one drive.
At the 10, Detroit gets it. Dancing around. He's going to get tackled at the 14. He's going to be tackled right there.
Make the stop. Side of 3 to go. City of Brotherly Love.
10.
filming? Yep. I'll post it. Try rolling your wrist, dude.
Keep it. Heading over now.
Well, I'll be a friend. Little surface.
That's a good commercial there with the kids. Steve Duke, what's up? Lions gonna do anything? Just gonna. Well, that's a good question, Steve. Philly's defense is playing pretty good tonight too, and you got the weather. There's some challenges. They got to fight through it. Philly found a way to put one in the basket. They got two also.
Mammals love each other. Sometimes they do like a
Hey, Chris, you're out. Huntley, you're in.
Huntley, backup parent.
If only there were backups in real life. But there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
Wow, feel really prepared for life now. Tired of sifting through jobs that don't feel like the right fit? Introducing Indeed Career Scout.
If anybody in here is an NBA fan, we do all of our NBA broadcasts and college basketball broadcasts on our second channel. We are only 15 subscribers over there from 2K. If you're an NBA fan or college basketball fan, make sure you check us out over there on our second channel.
Yeah, it's actually my grandma's recipe.
Hey, everyone ever tell you look like Jason Kelsey? Our mistake for Dan Campbell at least once a week.
Punting might be a stretch. Well, we'll see. It's all a mess tonight. Blowing all over the place in Philadelphia.
Let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. And under pressure tonight, Jared Goff has not had answers whatsoever. And then you start talking about the money downs on third and fourth down, 0 for 5, and pressured on 80% of those snaps. And every time you feel like maybe the Lions have something going, despite the fact that they do have some open opportunities, and they certainly did that time with Brock Wright, he simply doesn't have time to find the receivers he's looking for.
First down and 10. First and 10. Play action. Almost got crushed. Throws incomplete. Looking for St. Brown again. Couldn't get it to him. Yep, Edward, I did.
We saw it last week in their game, and he just continues to make plays. You talk about a guy just making leaps in his National Football League career. He was second a season ago, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and very close. A lot of Eagles and Rams on that list.
Watch Mitchell getting ready for this, know what he's become.
Shotgun, got time this time. Incomplete. Was that picked off? No, it was not. Third and 10.
I mean, it's like a boxer. You take enough blows and you start thinking about it. And he's taking shot after shot, and then on the back end, Pregame Mitchell was all over. So that combination now, and this is now against two really good teams, Green Bay and Detroit, really good offenses.
Third down and 10. Third and 10. Dumps it underneath. Gibbs, first down. Out to the 30. Man, got more. He's going. Still going. Almost out to midfield. 33 yards. Gibbs goes over 100 yards for the catching, for receiving tonight.
Let's get it to number 0 a few more times. I mean, they even know this screen is coming. Look at that. I mean, they know absolutely what's in front of them. John Campbell had him, and it just continues to amaze tonight. Jahmyr Gibbs putting on a show.
That's the first every year receiving a career high 107 in the first 3 quarters for Gibbs.
Pitch around the outside. There's a nice run by Montgomery for a gain of 6, almost 7.
Well, you get used to watching watching Gibbs play, right? And then they put David Montgomery in the game. And David Montgomery's a 230-pound bat. So now you're used to chasing that guy, and here comes Montgomery, and you take that kind of shot trying to tackle him. That's the reason they've been the Cleveland 2 punch. And now, see if they can get something going off play action. This is a perfect play action down for this Lions offense.
In the middle, incomplete.
And I knew they were going to end up missing Sam Laporta in this game because he was going to have some one-on-one takes, and they could pay a little bit more attention now to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He really hasn't been much factor in the game all night long, but I think the Laporta loss is striking a little harder even than what I thought it might.
Showing up against this good defense, that guy is always there, right? You need to count on somebody.
Yep.
8 targets, 2 catches. 33. St. Brown in motion.
Ball gets knocked down on the throw. Davis, another knockdown. Him and Carter, one of the two.
And Mike, here's the other phase of this. When you have the quarterback sped up, he wants to get the ball out of his hands now. So now you also know if you get your hands up, you can knock it down. So all this fits into one big pie for Vic Fangio's defense.
They stop the lines, turn them over on downs. For those
4th and 3. 4th and 3, and they're going to go for it. Pressure coming, throws. Incomplete, not even catchable. Wow. That was not even close.
Eagles take over at their own 45.
I hope that ball got tipped, but it wasn't in the same area code.
I don't know where he was throwing there.
Chris, you talk about addition, trade deadline, and you add a guy like Jalen Phillips and what it does for everybody on that defensive front and what it's done for this defense, which, like all Vic Fangio defenses, the weather gets colder, they get hotter.
Well, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, they knew what they had in there. Moro Ajomo has been the very pleasant surprise on that defensive line. With the
1st and 10, Philadelphia. With this defense. At their own 45. Handoff, Barkley. Looking for an opening. Can't find anything. Got nothing.
The linebackers, Campbell and Anzalone, they're on the tackle. The Eagles have run 46 plays. They have 176 yards. They're averaging less than 4 per play. So this Detroit defense has more than done its job here in the first.
Under a minute to go in the 3rd.
The things they're trying to do is protect Fred Johnson at the right tackle position, taking over for Lane Johnson. So one of the runs we've been seeing, those counters where they're going to pull the backside tackle or guard and tight end around to try and add a little muscle to Lane Johnson, the replacement.
Final half of this 3rd quarter, Lions bring some heat.
Flag down in the backfield, throwing it to Barkley. Probably going to be holding.
A.J. Brown was in a collision in the secondary. That brought at least one of the 2 flags.
The receiver essentially stole.
Low block. Offense number 11.
Low block. A.J. Brown on a low block.
There was definitely, I think it was a stumble, but maybe I could be wrong. Let's watch Brown. He's going to go in on this cut, and it looks like he stumbles, and that's really what threw him into the low block.
And the penalty will drag the Eagles back to the 37-yard line. They're 6th.
Remember the old movie Absence of Ballast?
Yeah.
I think that was Absence of Ballast. I don't think there was any ballast involved in that.
All right, that's the end. They're going to let it run down, let the 3rd quarter end.
Final seconds here in the 3rd. So we up to 2nd and 18, and they'll take that to the 4th.
Go to the fourth quarter.
Third quarter. Off we go to the fourth in South Philly. Eagles 13 and the Lions 6. Sunday Night Football continues.
Waiting on this commercial to be done. Fourth quarter when we come back here.
Football. Then Week 12 kicks off with Thursday Night Football. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus. You don't want to miss this.
And they were really pushing Wicked hard.
I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. Join with me. Help me fight the wizard.
Rated PG in theaters Friday.
Iced latte with oat milk. Vanilla or caramel?
Wawa has new ways to create the lattes you love exactly the way you want, starting at just $3.
Ooh, extra espresso.
Fourth quarter.
Every cup is created by you and handcrafted by us.
It's the Black Friday sales event all month long at Jones Bel Air Nissan.
Ugh.
Save with 0% 60-month financing on a huge selection of brand new Nissan Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos. Or take $10,000 off Pathfinders and Muranos. Plus, we'll give you up to $500 more than CarMax for your trade. And you get Jones for a lifetime. With over 1 million likes and reviews. Get Black Friday savings all month long at Jones Bel Air Nissan. Part of Jones Junction. Only 15 minutes from White Marsh Mall. Online at belairnissan.com.
The Maryland Lottery Holiday.
Finishing up the commercials here.
With your best chance to win one.
Yeah, that's true, Bruce.
Only a limited number of
One of those wild nights, you know?
There are also 10 $100,000 prizes, and 3 people will win $50,000 in early bird drawings. The final $1 million drawing is on January 2nd. So play the Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle, because tickets are going fast.
Wawa has your favorite go.
Second down and 18 when we come back here.
Customizable, craveable ingredients. Layered on a perfectly melty panini. Or stacked in a toasty, satisfying club. Gotta have a Wawa.
It's Jenny's Playground. Give it up.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. That's the Betsy Ross House, landmark here.
The Betsy Ross House.
Betsy Ross lived in this spot. This is the first American flag. Just a little swath of the.
Well, that's pretty cool. I've never been to the Betsy Ross House. That's pretty cool.
Eagles lead by 7.
Second and 18, looking down the field. About to get hit, takes off running. Hurts is going to get positive yardage. He got clipped going out of bounds.
An angle as Hurts fortunately gets up and jogs back.
It was not an illegal hit. He was still in bounds when contact was made. But it's a good thing that Hurts got those feet off the ground. Lucky to survive that one. That's always the danger. They know it works for him to run, but most of his runs now have just been scrambles, not designed runs.
Shotgun, 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. Throws on the run. Brown, is he inbounds? Catch. But it's 4th down, and there's a flag on the opposite side.
However, on the far side, the indication is that the flag is on Detroit.
Holding defense ain't going to matter. They're going to get 5 yards and a first down.
Short of the first down at the 46 right now. Before the pass, holding defense number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Automatic first down.
Negates the catch. It'll take the flag and the automatic first down.
I don't care. As a former receiver, going to show it anyway. That's a nice catch right there. Doesn't count, but that's a nice catch. Get his feet down and gone. Something to talk about on Twitch.
You going to start gaming?
It's fine. What do I have to do?
First and 10. First and 10. Handoff Barkley down the sideline. Flags are down. That's probably going to come back. Holding offense coming back.
Jordan Mailata.
Well, just about the time Alex Anzalone was running by him, it was a little slingshot action by Mailata here. And anytime the defender starts running the other direction, generally Jordan Mailata was involved in that.
Great stories of a player developing in the league. 7th round pick all the way back to 2018. They beat 2 years later. Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, is turned.
First down and 19. Handoff up the middle. Bigsby for about 4 or 5.
Let's take a look at our 4K Sky Cam delivered by Paul Martin. We got Jordan Mailata on the outside, and the job that he has done so far against Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson hadn't done a whole lot tonight.
As the top football player in the NFL.
Frog Life says the Lions are sleeping.
The entire league.
They got something going on.
Showdown so far against.
2nd and 14 coming. 2nd and 14. Throws, hits Smith. Out of bounds about the 48. Sorry, I'm just fixing my cord here. There we go.
You mentioned of Jeff Stoutland, who helped create this Jordan Mailata trade, turned from a non-football player to a second-team All-Pro.
He played rugby. He comes over. The first football game he ever played was after he got drafted, and I'm sure he was wanting to get drafted. But the story of these two tackles on the Philadelphia Eagles may be the most extraordinary story ever told about offensive linemen and what they've done.
Lane Johnson converted quarterback, then tight end, and then offensive tackle.
Handoff, design run. He holds it himself. Hurts.
36-yard line. Jalen Hurts taking it into his own hands and running up.
Nice run by Hurts.
Can't beat him. That's what happened a season ago. And maybe it's just waiting for the second half of the season. You start wanting to rush the passer, and you can have your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, do this. And it was a terrific job inside by Cam Jurgens as well, just redirecting that middle linebacker. But I'm just telling you, when Jalen Hurts runs, this is a different team.
Hurts throws on the run. Oh, he had Barkley open. He overthrew him. He had Barkley in the corner. That should have been 7.
Trying to keep up with Barkley, but Saquon had a step.
Should have been 7.
You don't want to see this race too often, and this race was only created because Hurts, again, scrambled, got out of the pocket. But they were spread out on that one, and if that's the matchup you're going to get, and
that should have been a big play for a lot of points.
See that matchup again, so you're going to come back to that formation very soon.
Play 9 of this drive. Hurts takes a deep drop here. He's flush, chased.
Throws incomplete.
Hey, Mike, you were just talking about Jeff Stoutland.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
He played the most pivotal role of anyone for him in his football career. From the beginning, when Stoutland recruited him as a rugby player, you were just talking about that, all he told Mailata was, meet me halfway. And Mailata said in the first 3 years of his career, even getting halfway was hard. But Stoutland was persistent, day in and day out, demanding greatness. And last year, in just his 5th season playing for the Eagles, Mailata was named a second-team All-Pro.
It's quite a story. It's quite a coach, too. Jeff Stoutland's been doing this so long. 13 years here with Philadelphia. 3rd and 10.
Quick throw. 3rd and 10. Complete. A.J. Brown. But short. Gain of about 7. It's going to be 4th and 3.
About 3.5. Jake Elliott will come up.
They're going to kick a field goal to try to go up 2 scores.
Looks been tough to come by for sure out here tonight, but I tell you, Kelvin Shepherd's defense has a lot to be proud of tonight. I mean, the offense has left them in horrible positions in this game.
And he buries it. Buries it.
Kicking with the wind.
$16 to 6. Lead is 10 now.
First double-digit lead of the night. Philadelphia leads 16-6. Trying to improve to 82.
10:15 on the clock. All those missed opportunities for Detroit where they went for it down low where they could have put points up. Going to come back to hurt later on here. Going to come back to hurt.
This is the last time you will see me at the top. I want to carry it. Not today. This is the point I give up. But not today. I want to carry it. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you will remember my name. Power Dreams, proud partner of Team USA.
Dupixent helps you stay ahead of moderate to severe eczema with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a bacterial infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Yeah, it should be a lot closer. But hey, you make choices as a coach. You decide to run it a certain way or do a certain thing. You pay for it in the long run, you know. You either win by it or you lose by it.
Buffalo Wild Wings Pick 6 is the perfect meal for 2, and it's only $19.99.
Shut up. For real?
Wait, what?
Shut up.
About what?
$19.99.
Pick 6.
6?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't understand what's going on.
Shut up.
Why are we yelling? Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Let's look at the Lions' offense, or lack thereof, is brought to you by Taco Bell. And what has happened? 4th and 1, you go for it. All right, that didn't work out. That's okay. 4th and 2, let's make a punt. That one didn't work out either. We're going to keep doing it, though. Bounce one off our ankle.
Yeah, a couple of these you should,
Got my quarterback cut in half on that one. And finally one, we don't know where that one was.
5 times they went on for it on 4th down and got held.
Jared Goff and Dan Campbell taking over those play calls. He's made the play calls. Unfortunately, they haven't had time to execute.
Kickoff will go to the 1, and Jacob Sailors will bring it up for Detroit.
Sanders going to bring it out for Detroit.
Ball to the Lions offense around the 27-yard.
He'll be about the 27-yard line.
Where do you weigh that more on the scale? Detroit's offensive failures or Philadelphia's successful defense?
Both.
Yeah, I'm going to go with both on that one because we've seen this Lions offense. I mean, they average, 30 points a game, something like that. They've been tremendous. But we've seen now a second straight week that quarterback Jordan Love had the same issues that Jared Goff's having out here tonight. They can't get into their offense. They can't get to the plays and the spots on the field that they want. And even when they do, the secondary is blanking these days.
Gibbs has been the only one.
1st down and 10. 1st and 10. Handoff. Gibbs. Gain of 10 right there. He's only got 39 yards on the night running.
And it's who they are. That was a nice run there. You're starting to see the maturing of Gibbs as well. Did you see him set up the box, that little inside move? And then it makes that outside sprint of his even more frightening because he's able to get on the edge.
39 of those 146 on the ground. Receiving base.
First down and 10. Goff throws it into the ground. Second down.
Man, oh man, Jalen Phillips with a move inside on that one. And he is just running past people. He was the former #1 recruit in all of school. Watch this little inside dip on this one and sprint right to the quarterback as they brought Cooper and Gene off the edge as well. But it has just been a horrible night for Jared Goff as far as getting his feet set and making throws. He can't do it.
13 of 27. He's been 70% plus on the road in completions.
Throws incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
There is no way that the Jared Goff we've been watching this year, last year, year before, misses that throw. It is just feeling like the walls are closing in on him, and he's short-arming the throws, like a short-arm free throw. I never did.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Incomplete. 4th down. There's no way they could go for it here. They got to punt it. They are going to punt.
And this Eagles defense was tremendous a year ago.
Ball took too long to get there.
I'm not so sure by the time we hit the playoffs, they're not going to be better. And we haven't even.
That ball took way too long to get there.
Zach Vaughn, to go to the team, Jahad Campbell, the #1 pick. At every single level now, the Eagles were destroyed a very good Detroit Lions offense.
Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Philly ball right somewhere in there.
For the Lions in a very difficult catch. For Gibson. Touched anybody that Gibson was to chase it. Did touch it, but the Lions could not fall on it.
Lions couldn't get it, so it's going to stay Philly ball. What do we got? 9:06 left on the clock. 9:06.
Work has been weird lately. He's got to find Coop and fast. Luckily, AI mode of Google search can help him
Get out the other stream here.
It's got to be, yeah. That should do it. Phew, things were getting dicey there for a moment. But now, everything's gravy. Plenty of quick getaway? Just ask Google.
It's the biggest deal in breakfast. Dunkin's $6 meal deal. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Good night, Frogs. Thank you for being here.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back.
Score the best deals at Dick's. Save on Callaway and TaylorMade clubs. Score up to 55% off cardio equipment and up to 50% off basketball hoops. Today only.
Dick's is selling everything.
$100 or more on the Dick's app. Every holiday starts at Dick's. Introducing the Acura ADS.
Take your buzz. Hey, Google, turn it up. Take your buzz on Google.
The all-new Acura ADX. Crafted to match your energy.
Take your buzz on Google.
Hurry to your local Acura dealer for the seasonal performance event going on now.
As a kid growing up in Australia, thinking about playing in the NFL, that just seems so far-fetched. To see people wear my
Here's our general buy NFL merch commercial.
I think the importance that fans need.
Yeah, they need a big turnover. I don't see it happen. The Eagles have been playing really solid tonight.
That's what our fans are, and I think they should not change. Look at this guy, the natural. Fan like a pro at NFLshop.com.
I'm attempting an emergency landing.
Plane crash, 40 patients on route.
Everything's upside down.
This is an incredibly rare phenomenon. But it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
All right, here we go.
The top records in the NFC, the division leaders, the teams chasing the wild card. We'll see the Rams and Bucks next week. The Eagles trying to leave here tonight. All even with the Rams. Two teams we saw in a terrific playoff game in this building last January. Both will be 2 if the Eagles hang on to this.
Play action, good to throw, caught. Goddard.
As he was out of bounds. No flag with the first down to the 32-yard line.
And that's really good play calling right there as well, because they're already getting that single safety look. Those two guys on the sideline certainly have done their part, but it has been the pass protection and the lack of...
Brought 3 things, nice. Yeah, they had a lot of good deals with their barn burners and all the different percentages. Handoff off the middle, Barkley. Pulled down at the 39-yard line.
The offensive coordinator. It's been a different offensive coordinator every year for Jalen Hurts, college and pro. Patullo stepping in. Of course, feeling a little bit of that heat. People were asking the 10-point performance last week against Green Bay. It's been well handled against a good defense here tonight.
Yeah, and
going under 8 minutes, under 8.
Wondered aloud what might happen with this offense, and head coach calling plays, and he seemed to be happy as is.
Handoff, Barkley. Doesn't get anything. Back to the line of scrimmage, basically.
Saquon climbs off that pile. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and about 1.5 coming up.
Hello, my name is play caller for. It's a heck of a list. Great names, right?
Absolutely. You know, the funniest one for me, I asked him, you know, what you see with him is what you get. I'll let you watch the tush push.
Philadelphia push. I don't think they got it. They didn't get it.
Line judge walking in. It seems a bit shy.
4th and 1 coming up. 4th and 1.
Looks to be short. It's going to be 4th down. And they push again. Up 10.
Of course.
If something happens, then you give the Lions the ball in great field position.
The odds of stopping that play 2 times in a row, not real good, but I guess they could punt it. Nobody else can punt it.
I'm going to go for it again. And they false started. Now they will punt.
Darius Cooper, the rookie wide receiver. The one who moved, and the Lions will get the ball back.
Yeah, how about that for the Bears, Bruce?
Not the worst thing in the world when you consider how this defense is playing.
A big fly on that push play, because I love hearing the conversation and then just the noise.
Did you hear the Tiger Woody?
Yeah, on the 3rd down. Yeah, that was good too. Brady kick. Run it up. And somebody get out of the way.
Ball gets dropped. It's going to land as a 20. Be spotted at the 14. 6:14 on the clock. Go to another commercial, of course.
May be the best defensive crew in the league. Ask those guys.
It's time for a red fight song.
Oh, God. Terry Crews commercial.
Did anyone approve this?
No, he just does what he wants.
Nothing stops college football. Nothing stops
Sandokan, hello. Are they eliminated for the playoffs? No, they're far from eliminated. They're in wild card contention. It's only what, week 10? So you got 8 weeks of football left.
Yeah. Hey, fast food. This is how you value me. This chili street for me is the best.
Baby back ribs.
Why does Saint Nick get all the credit? Moms do all the work. Hello? They forgot me. Mom's closed up shop. Peace out, y'all. Oh my God, that's Mom. Told her not to go off those hormones.
Everybody just stay calm. I can't do anything without your mom.
How did you get here? I just got in my car and said, oh, what fun. Coming soon only on Prime Video.
Oh, I don't know what that video is.
Does it,
How about dogs? Okay. They brought Peyton Manning.
it's quitting time. Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
With Visa Fraud Protection, you don't pay for what you don't buy.
What you going to?
Just need that security code in the back. No one is more secure than Visa. Tonight it's Sunday Night Fellas with a Learn That. Jimmy has Rosalia. With new music, DJ Khaled and the cast of Wicked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who was that? I have no clue.
All right, here go the Lions. 1st and 10, 6:14 on the clock.
Thanksgiving, so it's that normal tight part of the schedule around the traditional home Thanksgiving game for Detroit. A big comeback run for the 6.
Goff throws it behind Gibbs, incomplete.
Was out there for Philadelphia to make it a tougher throw. Goff now 13 of 30 passing here tonight.
Goff is 13 of 30. He's got 228 yards, but missed too many throws.
Exactly where Jared Goff is planning for it to go, and it has it all night long. And I was going to say, Pregame Mitchell has done a job on and off the field. I haven't seen anybody.
Stands now in the lowest completion percentage of any game in Goff's Detroit.
Goff about to get sacked. Gets it deflected and knocked away.
The Olympic volleyball team.
3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10.
Those are huge plays. Those are plays that just destroy offensive drives. But you can see Jared Goff. How many times you ever seen him do a jump pass? Like, this is not his game. Get him under pressure. You get him moving off the spot. It's not the way he wants to play. And they're out of play action because it's not effective.
Look at the throw. Pressure coming. Goff. Across the middle. Caught. Williams. Big play out to the 40. Still up. Tackled at the 42. That's a big play right there.
Very much in this one.
And these routes take a long time. We'll see how long this takes to develop its own defense, working back inside. And it's one of the few times that we've seen Jared Goff step up, make a little move in the pocket, and have time to make that throw. But he has time. They've hit, I think, 3 big ones that round.
Philadelphia 42-yard line.
Play action. Looking against the... Oh, my God. He had Gibbs. Couldn't connect with him. 2nd and 10. 5:20 on the clock. Pressure was all over Goff, but still.
Think about all the guys that they lost. Philadelphia's defense. Now Howie Roseman has filled in not just with the free agents, but also guys like Hunt, who's come along now in the second year of the league.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Darius Slade, Bill Williams, Josh Sweat all had big roles on this defense on the Super Bowl. They're just filling in the blanks.
There's the pressure.
Another knockdown. Carter with that one.
It's Carter, so defense 3 and Carter is 2.
Yeah, me too. And it's really a great play because the blitz was going this way, so he's a standalone roll over there. He's not likely to get pressure, and he just finds the ball and says, You also need to remember one field goal away.
Third down and 10. 3rd and 10. Sideline looking for Gibbs. Overthrows him. Pressure was all over Goff on that.
There is not a linebacker in the league that wants that assignment, right? Nakobe Dean is going to run with the speedster as he goes up the field. Here he is. Who wants that job? Not me. No, thank you. And stride for stride, making the play. They are deep at every position now. They really are deep at the edge.
4th and 10. They're going to punt.
Inside linebacker position.
With 5:12 on the clock and down by 10.
Terrific tonight, too.
And coming up for 4th and Teletext, too, is Dean. It's surprising to see 5-10 left. Lions punting the ball.
Collected at the 20.
That's where Philadelphia will take over. So Eddie rehab coming off torn tendon. Dropped at the end of last year. This was part of it for Nakobe Dean. It's a little bit of ballet. It's the balance, the footwork, just every different bucket you can dip into. Find a way back into the league, and here he is back on the field.
I did that once. They told me how much flexibility this guy had. That's probably the worst night of my life.
That was it?
Oh, my goodness.
Was it done?
Yeah, right, Steve. All right, 5 minutes on the clock.
Into some more wonderful ballet teachers.
Oh, she was, yeah,
First year on national TV.
no part.
He said that he was strengthening his feet, helped him with regular movements, helped him try to get back. What was your purpose of trying?
I was trying to ride. I mean, it was tough. The things that they can do physically to be able to stand on one leg, I mean, it was insane. She said, she goes, oh, you did really well tonight. When should we be back? I said, I'm not going back. I'm not doing that.
Just the visual of struggling with.
2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8. Handoff Barkley. Got about 7. Got about 7.
That's the job he's continued to do. Rebuilding a team on the run here. I mean, the Eagles teams are never down that far. They're ready to go with the next generation, the next move, and that's the guy moving the chess pieces.
Well, how about they had an excess of 3rd-round draft picks coming up in the next draft?
Going under 4 minutes. 3rd and 1. Get a first down here. They can pretty much start to salt it away.
The perfect chess piece coming in.
As Brett Toth came in to play center, had to get to the 30-yard line, looks to be short of it. There's a couple of tush pushes here that the Eagles have not been successful with. That'll bring up.
They're going to mark him a hair short.
He's overhead.
Yeah, I guess he was just short.
It's really difficult.
4th and inches.
Credit to this officiating crew, because that's been the big part of the story with the tush push.
They're going to take it down to right about the 3-minute mark and call a timeout.
So well right now. I'm sure they're going to run this clock down. I'll be surprised if they don't run it.
And that shot of Cam Jurgens going up the tunnel is the reason Toth was in there for this series. He's been in there at center the last couple of games as Jurgens has come back from his injuries. So 2 offensive linemen, Lane Johnson, Cam Jurgens, for Nick Sirianni's team. Point of concern going to next week. And next week is Cowboys week. They go to Dallas, take on the Cowboys.
Cowboys week next week.
In 10 minutes, they're going to be the alone in first place Chicago Bears in the NFC North. That's on Black Friday. Then they go out to the Chargers, and you see the rest of the schedule with the Raiders and a couple of Commanders games on there. And ultimately, in Orchard Park to take on the Bills.
They're going to go for it.
To the 30, Detroit the ball with 2:54 to go and 3 timeouts.
They're going to say Detroit ball? They're going to say they didn't make it?
At the very least, you just gave the Detroit Lions a chance. I wasn't second guessing. I said I'd be surprised if they didn't punt it. So I would have punted that one.
Wow.
There are just sometimes when one side of the ball is so
Wow.
you let him go in the game.
Seriously, I can't believe it. I'm going to tell you, full credit to these officials and to his defense, too. Kelvin Shepard's defense, you said it all night.
He's been very good. And now we're likely going to at least have a one-score day. Sweet, all three of their timeouts, so plenty of time in the 2-minute warning.
From the 30. Detroit has the ball on the Philly 30. Pressure. Goff got to throw. Here's my thing. You're on the 30. 2:57. Kick the freaking field goal right then, and then you got time to try to stop them and get the ball back. You're down 2 scores. What? This makes no sense. You're on the 30. You could have easily kicked that field goal.
It has been pressure. It has been
unbelievable.
And it has been the Kobe.
Gibbs needs more fantasy points. I'll go with that, Nick M. Yeah, I'm all on that. Goff got sacked. Went down. Is the ball loose? No, he's down. Sacked. 3rd down. 3rd and 17.
Kobe Dean is going to blow up a 230-pound running back, and that's going to count as a knockout right there for the Philadelphia Eagles. He used to play offensive line back in the day.
Coming up on 2 minutes. They just get it off. Almost intercepted on a tip drill. 4th and 17. Now you got to kick the field goal. If he goes for it on 4th and 17, I really shake my head. Well, where are they at? Oh, they moved back. They're at what? The 40. They're at the 36. 46-51. That's too far tonight with the wind. They got no chance with the wind. Timeout Philly to get their defense together.
17 with 2:03 to go.
I know one thing for sure, I'd be trying a hard count here to see if I couldn't get 5 yards and kick this field goal. That would be my first choice. This is a long way to go against a defense that really hasn't given up anything.
Right. And again, the wind has been a story all night. Steve Sipp was talking. He's the special teams coordinator.
Looks like they're just going to try to kick the field goal.
Talking with Dan Campbell, and I think the conversation now is they're going to go for the field goal here. Trying to make it a one-score game with 2:03 and 3 timeouts. Goff.
Again, they could have kicked it from the 30. 6 yards closer. And had 3 minutes on the clock.
I mean, they have been.
They missed this. It's pretty much over.
I've seen 2 top-end NFL quarterbacks mentally broken down.
We will be live tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Cowboys and the Raiders right here on the channel. Cowboys and the Raiders. Oh, he does hit it. There you go.
So we're doing a one-score game with 1:15 to go, and it takes us under the 2-minute warning.
And it's one impressive kick, isn't it? You know what the wind's been like.
That's a nice kick to drive that through in that wind. That was a good job.
Earlier from 48 yards after James Williams had the penalty, and it's been a tough week or so for Bates. He had 2 kicks blocked last week. Both were very low in trajectory. But he nails that. And now here we're at 1:58 with 3 timeouts as the Lions roll. And the option to kick it away and play defense and use the timeout. Wasting having to take the onside kick chance here.
And the only chance really the Lions had was the Eagles going for it on that one. Because if the ball's down here in the 20 or the 30, then they're not going to do anything. But they didn't make it. And I don't think they even really came close to making it.
Not like there are any fourth down decision conversations going on in Philadelphia after last week. That was the stories from the Monday night game in Green Bay. The questions of what happened to that fourth down and clock usage.
Well, and now you clearly have a chance with 3 timeouts here. You've got to make this stop. They can't.
Yeah, wasted a full minute, so.
Melissa talks the stars of the game. We'll take a look at the big stories of this Sunday, number 11 of the NFL. We'll look ahead to next Sunday night at SoFi when the Rams host the Bucs. So Detroit does not declare onside kick. They'll kick it away. They use those timeouts to stop.
You would think, yeah, they got all kind of analytical AI and this, that, and the other now.
Gain a little position because if they're knocked back inside the 20.
Rain starts coming down. Fourth win measure. This ball hits in the end zone.
End zone, touchback.
35-yard line.
It's starting to rain in Philadelphia.
Anyway. Victory mix. There you go. Well, the last time we were here, we had
Summer mix.
That's right. But last year we were here and the field was covered in snow, and Saquon Barkley went dashing through the snow against the Rams in the playoffs. Now the Eagles need a first down as the Lions have 3 timeouts, and that defense has been pretty good thus far tonight. Remember, there are 2 different.
All right, here we go. First down.
For Philadelphia, Cam Jurgens, the center is out. Lane Johnson, the right tackle, is out.
Barkley, handoff. Gain of about 4 to 5. First timeout used.
Those are getting close. Saquon's not that far away. He really is not. And they're running some of those counters.
Hello, Jennifer Caruso. Welcome in.
Around the line of scrimmage with Saquon Barkley in the lineup. You don't know. And for Jared Goff, this has been.
If anybody wants to come hang out, I'll be doing a late night stream here in just a few minutes. You're more than welcome. We would love to have you stop in. If you got nothing going on in your night.
It does. And I'll bet you, I'm willing to bet later in the year we're going to start seeing. Because the way they're playing defense and Jalen's starting to run the ball a little bit, you're ready to say.
2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Barkley again. Got about 2. Calling timeout again.
We'll have big third down coming up.
Marquez says exciting ending with the rain starting to.
Jack Campbell's been summoned.
Be better if it was all that snow.
He just sort of personifies everything that Dan Campbell wants in a middle linebacker, and he is one savage beast in there.
If there was a transcript of our conversation with him this week, it would have been inside linebacker 101.
It would have.
Yeah, it was great.
Just loved it.
Third year out of Iowa.
Here we go. 3rd down.
In college ball. Kelvin Shepard trying to get his defense. Get one more stop. Eagles going to spread him out here.
You get Jalen Hurts running the ball when it matters. This seems to be when they do run it.
3rd and 3 becomes 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 with a false start.
Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. There's no 10-second runoff. The clock was not running. It's 3rd down.
Fred Johnson in for Lane Johnson. Now it gets a little more interesting.
All right, Anzalone right there. Kind of faking his way in there.
There's the flinch from Fred. So that backs it up to
3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. They're going to throw. Incomplete. And a late flag.
with
That's going to be a first down. That's going to be your ball game right there. That's going to do it because Detroit only has one timeout.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's a bad call.
That is an absolutely terrible call that's going to decide to...
Just got home a couple hours ago after 10 days. Wow. That is a long trip, 10 days. Hand off, Barkley.
4-0. Lions will take their final timeout with 1:42 to go.
I want to say thank you to all the members of the channel for your support that are in the stream tonight watching. Thank you. I want to say thank you to all the moderators who are in tonight. Thank you. Those who subscribed. Those who watched. When you come into a chat, I don't think it was, Bruce. When you come into a chat and you leave a like and you engage in the chat, it helps to make the stream better. It pushes the stream for YouTube to share it out a little bit more. That's why we ask you all the time to jump in the chat and to leave a like. 2 free things you can do to help me every time if you like what we're doing. There's a short run by Saquon. 3rd down coming up. You can help us every time. By the minute you come in, do your triangle of success. Hit a like. Make sure you're subbed. Say hello in the chat. All 3 of those things are completely free and truly help us.
World champs look like world champs tonight, though, and sometimes it can be on the offensive side. Sometimes
Eagles must have let it go all the way down to 57 seconds and then called timeout. So they didn't get a penalty.
Very impressive, and do not underestimate how talented Detroit is on the offensive side. This is a really good offense that they embarrassed tonight.
Be interesting to see the offense.
Thank you, Jeff. Bear Boot Tycoon, welcome in. We will drop you into my next stream that I'm going to do here in a few minutes. If you'd like to come over, we will drop you right in. Going to go about 45 minutes tonight. Usually go an hour and 15, but it's been a long day. I've been streaming since 9 this morning. So I've been going 14 hours already today.
He ties the marks for most Eric Brown Panthers also with 3. So 57 seconds left. No timeouts. Either way, so Philadelphia wants to run max time to take a delayed game before 4th down. If they should remain stop. It is Barkley running inside. Saquon.
Barkley for a 1st down.
Philadelphia will get this win.
Big win. No matter how it happened, that's a big win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Collinsworth is a stooge. That's the comment of the night right there.
And that spin too, right?
All right, that's going to do it. They're letting it run out. 12 seconds done. Final's going to be 16-9. Thank you, everybody. Come over and hang out on the other stream. We will see you real soon, everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we will be live with Monday Night Football right here on the channel. Cowboys and Raiders right here. Be there.